Welcome to the podcast where we're harvesting humor, planting delight. Join us, Iona and Cammy. Let's have some fun. It's time for Fed by Farmers.
Hello and welcome to Fed by Farmers podcast with me, Cammy Wilson.
And me, Iona Murray.
We're back with another podcast this week. Bit of a funny one this week, what we're doing. Because we did an interview with Jim Fowlie, the legendary Jim Fowlie, a wee while ago now, but I lost the audio file. And then I found the audio file memory card, and then we sent it to a company. We said, we found this recovery company, on a tangent straight away, found this recovery company who could retrieve the information from the memory card that had got a little bit of water damage because I dropped out in the yard. They looked at it and then come back to us and said, oh, it was £700 to get the file off it, which is insanity.
Yeah.
So then we said, no, just send it back. They never sent us it back.
I've still not got it back.
So, because it sends it back, we'll try and get the file elsewhere. Couldn't get it. Anyway, by popular demand, main request, why haven't you put it on YouTube? It's on YouTube. The audio is not amazing because I lost the microphones that you're looking at here. We lost the microphone file. So it is just off the iPhone, essentially, that we're hearing Jim, and Jim's very Doric. So work away. I think it's too good not to put up.
Yeah, it was great. Jim's great.
Unbelievable. Before we start, who do we need to thank?
Crystalyx and Hairdwatch.
Yeah, thanks to Crystalyx and Hairdwatch for sponsoring the podcast every week. I did use a new feature on my Hairdwatch this week. I saw a cow bulling.
Right.
So there's a cow like getting jumped by the bull. Served, I think, was the selection on Hairdwatch. So I went on served.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, it was Natalie that helps the cattle says, oh, you need to write down whenever you see them bull, write it down. I'm guessing so you know when they're going to calve.
Right, okay.
I think that's why.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Or maybe it's if you scan it and it's empty, at least you know it was bulled and then there's something else to worry about. I don't know. I don't 100% know why.
Okay.
I never actually asked. Didn't want to sound stupid.
No, you just trust everything Natalie says.
Yeah, trust everything that it says. But now I'm just like saying it out loud in the podcast. So all the comments are like, Cammy, you do it because of this. So please, feel free to tell me. Feel free. I think it's so you know the date it's going to calve.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do they only bull on one day?
Yeah, I think it's like sheep. I think they just like...
It's just...
They once have been bulled, somehow the sheep and the cow know it's worked.
And then they don't again?
Yeah, and then they just don't cycle back round.
Right, okay.
You know, like a sheep's like every 17 days. I don't even know what a cow is, a month maybe. Pass. Don't know that about cows either. But we'll have two bulls out. We've got the big bull we bought, Vincent, and we've got the big bull, Vincent, and we've got Peroni. We borrowed Peroni again, who's a big bull that was bred by Fern, owned by Cox Hill. Left us some great calves this year. He went to 5 of our cows last year and we get 5 great calves. So he's out with the 20 Balnabroy cows. And this morning, Cammy Jackson's just coming to give us a hand. We're going to go and lift the heifers that we got. And we're going to put 4 heifers to Peroni and 4 to Vincent. Okay. Might not be the best bulls for heifers because they're quite strong bulls, but they're strong heifers and I don't have any other bulls.
So that's that, okay?
So that's that.
That's why.
Yeah, next year I'm planning we've got 20, oh no, what have we got? Yeah, 20 odd bull calves just now. Yeah, it must be about 20 bull calves. So we should hopefully get a pick of 5 or 6 decent ones that are worth keeping. And I'll have plenty of bulls next year, maybe to run up with the odd heifer we get or whatever.
Yeah, perfect.
But this year we're just a wee bit short. I sold Wilson, which was my big bull. Did we talk about that?
No.
Yeah, I sold him to Wales.
Did you?
Yeah, a nice man in Wales bought him for reasonable money.
Okay.
Just commercial money. Just slightly over fat. Or a good bit over fat, to be fair, but it was good money. And he's away down there with some limousine cows, I think it was.
Nice.
I think it was limmy cows. Or heifers, rather. Like, he's just away to do some heifers. So yeah, that was good. My first
bull sale?
First bull sale.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. So we'll hopefully get some for Stirling in 2 years' time. But so that was the Hairdwatch thing. And Crystalyx there's some exciting news coming out, so I'm not allowed to talk about yet.
No, we're not.
So I'll say no more.
Wait, I had to sign my first ever NDA.
Yeah.
And I loved every second of it.
It was dead mysterious.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Also, nobody asked me what it's about because I will tell them.
Do not put me under any pressure. Do not put me under any... The first rule of Fight Club. First rule I've been sponsored by Crystalyx. You do not talk about Crystalyx. So thanks to them again for sponsor. I tell you what though, I left a tub sitting outside with a lid off it. It was like a half tub, to be fair. That must have come out of the lambing shed or something. And we had that 30 degrees last year.
Oh, last week?
Yeah, last week. And it's been like shaped to where the sheep have licked it, but it's obviously remolded it. It's like totally melted.
Has it?
Aye, because it like in the baking heat, it's obviously totally melted and reflattened itself. It looks like a wee fresh half tub. But like absolute lava sitting in the sun.
Yeah. Well, it was hot, wasn't it?
It was hot.
Too hot.
Yeah, I was listening to or some podcast or something. They were talking about how like a lot of the new build homes and all that are built in the UK to be like for obviously a very cold country and to be like absolutely roasting. So like when it comes weather like this, they're
It's disgusting.
like unbearable.
Yeah, like you actually can't.
Yeah.
Especially kids like sleeping upstairs.
Well, upstairs. Yeah, the what was it said again? Every single air conditioning unit in the UK is sold out. And there's people selling them on eBay for like triple the price.
You're joking. Nah, that's believable.
Well, if you can't sleep.
Yeah. And kids, I think, imagine newborn babies and stuff. Like, you would be panicking. Like, you would.
Yeah.
That's what I love. That's what I said to Dad about the farm. Like, no matter what the heat is outside, you walk in and the farmhouse is cold.
Yeah, it was the same when we stayed over at Warwickdale over there, but it was great. A big old stone building.
Yeah.
Our house is good downstairs.
Right, okay.
On this farm here, but the previous owner, like, obviously spent a lot of money on it.
Right,
'Cause it's
okay,
like
getting
all,
in.
Yeah, it's all double glazed and like absolutely airtight in terms of insulation and all that. It's been total so upstairs is a sauna. Yeah. It's serious. But I have got one of those Dyson fans.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Did that work a treat?
I mean, it's a good fan. It's just a
Are you
fan,
all
though.
upstairs? I can't picture. Are your bedroom have you
No,
got a bedroom downstairs?
there is a bedroom downstairs,
Yeah.
but it's just like in a spare room if Lizzie's mum's. The plan will be that eventually, so the boys share a room,
Okay.
and then Bonnie's got her own room,
Uh-huh.
and then we've got our own room. So the plan will be eventually those 3 rooms upstairs, they have the 3 rooms.
And then you'll be
We'll
downstairs.
be downstairs.
Yeah.
I mean, I would do it now, but Lizzie says not better the way it is, so just do what I'm told. But I would split the boys up now. I think it makes them carry on too much.
Yeah, I bet it does.
On night times.
I can imagine.
See, folk ask me the worst thing about having kids. It's the hours you lose at night.
Yeah.
Try to do the bedtime thing. Especially, I don't know if these kids are bad, but like Jock is terrible.
What, just for not going to sleep?
It's just wild, man. There's a funny video. I can't actually show the video because there's other nursery kids in it. But like, he's standing at his graduation thing. Like all the other kids are kind of doing this to the music. He's doing a full-on breakdance. I'll show you after. It's Lizzie says she watches it all the time. She's just like so proud of it. Like he's just so confident, and but it's actually not the worst dancer.
Is it not?
No, I can maybe crop it actually. If you're watching on YouTube, I can maybe crop it. He's not the worst dancer.
That's so funny.
But no, it's good. I should say this is just going out on YouTube, is it?
Yes.
The Jim Fowlie bit just going out on YouTube, but we could just do we'll just have a wee 20 minutes. We'll just cut this bit out for audio.
Okay.
Then so if you're listening to audio, the Jim Fowlie podcast is already on audio. You can go back and listen to it. But there's not an interview. We're back into it next week. We've a few lined up this week, and then we're going to have a big stock of them, and then we're flying again after that.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll get Jim going,
Yep.
and then we'll come back again.
Let's do it.
Right. Here's Jim Fowlie, the legend. We're here with Mr. Jim Fowlie, all the way down from Aberdeenshire. Be more specific, Jim, where are you from?
Strichen near Fraserburgh in Aberdeenshire, in the heart of Buchan.
Now we had boys right Ayrshire boys on a couple of weeks ago, and folks struggled with accent. Well, I think they're in for it today.
Unfortunately, I bet you don't have subtitles.
No, not that can follow yours anyway. I need to type them all by hand, and I've not got time for that. What is the kind of language, the dialect of the language you're
It's
speaking?
Doric. That's what we speak up in the northeast.
And what is Doric?
Well, it's more or less a dialect.
Yeah, a type of Scots.
Aye.
Aye, and even for
But we've got some funny words.
some very funny
Have
words.
you?
Yes. Well, Kai.
What's that?
Cool.
For coos.
Kai.
Is that me, Ayrshire?
No, they say Kai here. They say Kai in Orkney as well.
Aye, just they don't speak about cows in Orkney, they just speak about Kai.
Kai, aye. Orkney's obviously massive for cattle. They have other weird words in Orkney too, but I think it's more of a link to Viking past and Scandinavian words as opposed to
The classic word is PD
PD.
for small.
You don't want PD Kai.
No.
PD Kai, small cows.
There's very few
PDK.
there's very few PD Kai in Orkney. I think that's sure. They like their biggins. So what's the name of the farm up there, Jim? With yourself?
Oh, ADL. It's called ADZ. IEL, pronounced Adiel.
Okay, that's like DL. There's a place called DL
Same idea.
down here.
Yeah.
What does Adiel mean? Do you know?
Little white burn.
Right.
No, you do that.
Adiel.
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently.
And who's how many acres you got there?
Well, there's about 550 there, but we're farming about 2,000.
Aye.
And it's a bit spread out. We inherited it from our various families and bought bits and pieces. So it's a bit of a tour to go and look at it all.
But so it's not rented. It's 2,000.
We rent 700.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1,300 owned, 700 rented.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that, yeah. Your maths is better than mine.
Say it with confidence, Jim.
Everybody believes it here.
Yeah.
Fair handling though.
Oh, aye, absolutely. It was when my father died 30 odd years ago, and I thought it was a big job then, but it's worse now because I'm older.
Yeah. And but you must have a lot of staff.
With 5 men, Gillian, Irene and me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aye.
And
5 full-time men.
Yeah, and we do everything in-house apart from silage job.
Okay.
We get him in for a couple of days, but otherwise we do all the we've about 600 acres of crop, so again, do all the ploughing, sowing, that sort of thing.
Okay. So I break it down fully for me then. There's 600 acres of crop.
And the rest's all grass. Oh no,
50
sorry, there's 100 acres of trees, forestry,
Okay.
which there was a agricultural consultant turned up in our area in the late 80s, and he was a real enthusiast, and Buchan was treeless until he arrived. And now gelled backs, they're gelled back. And there's miles of hedges and acres of trees,
Okay.
including my 100 acres.
For the better, you think? You're quite happy to see it, or?
I'm fine, yeah, it's quite happy to see it because we planted some of the more evil bits. You know, that's bits, and suddenly we had some shelter for stock,
Yeah.
which was the only bad news thing about that is if we've had a spell of wet weather like you're experiencing as we speak, you get acres of what I call dubs, what you would call mud or clutch.
Because they all
Or
punch in the same
whatever.
bit. Is that because they all stand the same bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I sat in the shelter thinking, this is a bad day.
Well, I spoke to someone else on a podcast. I spoke to someone, and they actually thought that although the shelter's great on warm days and stuff, it's actually a real for sheep particularly. It's a real encourager for fly strike because they all sit and shit in the same bit, and they go back to it and they sit in their wool of it again.
Yeah, that's true.
And the lamb sits on top of the mother and shits in the mother's back, and they all get dirty under this bit in the shade, even.
Yeah,
And actually, it's a negative.
Yeah.
it's good in bad days, but bad in good days.
It'll be good in the snow. It'll be good in the snow.
Well, it's like except they get covered in snow and you have to dig them out.
Well, I know, apparently.
That's the next thing.
Do you get much snow up there?
Some years.
Are you too near the coast?
Well, we're at the top of our hill, which is 400 feet. We can see the sea.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're close enough.
But it's about 10 miles away, but you can still see the North Sea. So it's, yeah, we get a bit of snow. The first year we lived down at North Issy, which is why the flock's called Issy, for 30 odd years when we got married. And we never got snow there, but Mum and Dad got a lot of snow up at that hill. And so when they died, we moved up there in 2009, 10, that's at Christmas time. And we got a foot of snow on all the roofs, and some of them came down because there was no wind to blow it off, which was an exceptionally curious thing.
Yeah.
And the same thing the following year. So you got a lot of new roofs, courtesy of NFU music.
Good old snow, storm damage.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. It's like the
I remember one day the chap was with us for a long time, but now retired, but we had this massive rumble, blockwork and stuff. So we wandered around, the roof had come down at the end of the cattle court, Another cattle standing at one end thinking, what the blazes is happened here?
Aye. But no cattle having.
No harm done. But
Lucky. I mean, speaking of cattle, you mentioned 1,400 acres of grass, roughly 100 of trees, so 1,300 acres of grass, roughly.
yes.
What stock's on that?
Well, we've got 240 cows and their calves and about 1,200 feeding cattle.
Okay.
All Aberdeen Anguses. The bulk of which are, when they come to the knife, they go to Crystalyx in here.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. They come all the way down here, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started doing that with there was an outfit called the Aberdeen Angus Producers Group, and we hung our hat with them, and their big outlet was Neil Crystalyx. So worked away with that for a while, and then Neil told them, we can manage without you. So I says to the then manager, Jim McIntyre, I said, I'll stick with you guys. But they had no, what I call volume. They couldn't get a big number of weight in a time. So Crystalyx feels when he phones me up and says, would you deal with this direct? I says, why not? So called the lorry and just give McIntyre a phone just to say, well, Jim says, that is probably the best bit of business you've ever done. Because he says it's a very good outfit, Neil Crystalyx. So however many years later, it's the better part of 20, we're still doing it.
Well, you've been supplying Crystalyx 20 years? Crystalyx exclusively?
No, not exclusively.
No, just because
but by and in large.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
obviously if you've got more than they can take or need.
Well, in
go elsewhere.
sort of October, November time, when we're needing to get the glass fields cleared quickly, we'll give some to McIntosh in Aberdeen.
Right.
Yeah, just to get 30 loads away in a week.
But you're finishing them off at the grass, you're on hoppers?
They're on hoppers. We grow winter barley so that we've grain to feed them on in August, September.
Yeah.
Well, obviously this year with spring barley almost as soon.
Yeah.
But and there's one chap, he says that you only get 2 afternoons a week available to do anything else. He's touring about feeding cattle.
Filling hoppers all the time.
Well, mix up feeding, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we mix up silage and barley about 50-50 by volume. And then we add a ton of porter syrup into that.
Yeah.
And if some minerals, and there we go.
And I saw I was watching a wee video the other day, do you add yeast into it? I see a lot of people add yeast for the stomach.
No, I haven't, we haven't.
No,
done
it was
that.
more a kind of heavier barley mix to be fair, so it's maybe more acidosis and that
Yes,
kind of thing.
we're maybe 60-40, but it's at most. Yeah.
Bruising the grains before they in it.
We're bruising popcorn.
Yep.
So that you take it out at the shed, bruising popcorn, and that's it. Next time you handle it,
It's ready to go.
in mixer. And we find that quite efficient, actually.
Yeah, I mean obviously how many tons of barley are you sitting on then? You keep it all for yourself?
Oh yes.
Aye.
And I've brought down quite a bit at harvest as well.
Right, aye. Straight off the combine like?
I straight off a combine. We've a couple of neighbours that we've done this with for quite a long time.
Aye. What was barley off the combine this year?
Well, we hadn't sat down to have that negotiation yet. And it seems to me that it quite often involves 70 CL bottles.
Yeah, a byproduct of barley.
It's fitting.
Byproduct of some barley.
Yeah.
So, that is to be entered into yet.
that reminds me of a story actually McGregor told us about how he was trying to buy a Texel. I think he was trying to buy Texel Gimmers or Texel Tup or something. The boy wouldn't sell it, so they sat and they were drinking this bottle of whiskey. And once the boy was pissed, I can't remember his uncle or somebody it was, and that was the time he said, "Come on now, come on now."
That was the time.
The hand was shaking while they were steaming drunk before the job done. So it's maybe who usually wins out of that right enough once the drink's involved. These are all winners. Him.
No, he's a nice chap, neighbour.
Well, it must be if you can work that way and you
some.
can agree the price later on. And yeah. So you're big into this finishing piece. You said all Aberdeen Angus, but you're buying cattle in,
Aye.
but you only buy an Aberdeen Angus.
Nearly all, yes. I mean, there's always the odd one. You'll buy a bunch of 4 or 5, and there happens to be something else in it, but it's black.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
you know, the yardsman done a sport and it's a bit precise. So, you know, but I noticed we got the new owner that was up seeing us last week, and he brought up the figures for the last 2 years. So, I think we've slaughtered 1,300 cattle with them, give or take two, the last 2 years, and they've hit the target 100%.
Right, every time.
You know, that's if you get that number in spec, that's not bad.
And what is the target, just for people wonder, what
Well,
is the target for
it's
myself?
a R, you know, O plus for L, R3, 4L, and 4H or beta.
Okay.
If you see what I mean.
And this is the Europe grid?
That's a Euro grid.
Yes, Europe grid. But no, I'm going to say I don't specifically know exactly what you're
Well,
saying there either. So
I mean,
what's the measurements? The size of the cup?
it's
fat?
well, it's not a measurement. It's just there's a grader has a look at the carcass and says that is fat enough and it's got enough shape. The shape is the hard bit,
Yeah.
and the number is the fat level,
Okay. Okay.
and it's all done by eye. Except in AVP, they have a computer if that does it, but if a heat bags like it's total confusion.
With the
Totally computer.
with computers.
Yeah.
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 So you're quite happy with the eye system, especially if it hit 100%.
Well, you know, it's been there for the last 40 years, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I've kind of got accustomed to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I'm not complaining if you're hitting that 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the guy's absolutely right.
What-
Yeah. And then he wants him between 350 and 380 kilos per week.
Yeah.
So we aim for that, a fair bit.
What's that as a live weight usually?
650 to 700 kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Maybe, you know, so we when we're drawing cattle, we don't stand in a pen with a staff and say, oh, we'll take that one. No, we just run them up the race. If they hit the weight and they're fat enough, I do that by eye.
Yeah.
Or feel their back actually. Because it's a back, that's where the good cuts are. And if they're fat enough, they get a ticket for the bus. The ear numbers then written down, and we split them off into cyclic pen. And when we get up to 35 or 36, depending on the weights, I put on 24 ton onto the floor,
Yeah.
and that's hitting loaded
That's for a week.
for a weight.
That's for a week though. That's for a week's.
That's a week, every week.
Aye, 24 beasts going out every week.
No, 35 or 6.
35, sorry,
25 for tons.
Tit for ton. Yeah.
Because if he uses a sheep wagon, you know, when we're dexing it,
Uh-huh.
he can only run 20 ton because it has bits and pieces.
Yeah. Okay.
It's 4 ton.
Okay.
And I insist that he uses the one that doesn't have it, so we get enough cattle away at a time.
Especially a big run to you, because that's what 6 hour run.
It's a long run.
Yeah.
It's barely 6 hours, but it's 5.5 kind of thing.
Yeah. Fair run. I mean, you're talking. I suppose we better touch on that Angus thing a wee bit more. Why Angus?
Well, it's an interesting story. Back in the 90s, what was it, BSE got. And at that point we had 500 cows with 3 very good guys who looked after cows, so we had a heap of cows. And we were using Charlie bulls. And BSE arrived. Charlie bulls were worth £1.60 a kilo. Angus bullocks were 212.
Okay.
And I thought, if we can put on a kilo at 212 rather than 160,
Just to be clear, £2.12.
£2.12
Yeah, v £1.60. Yeah.
versus £1.60.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, this looks bigger.
Uh-huh.
So we decided to do that. The major upside for our calving operation was that it was far less work. The Angus calf gets out, gets on with life, a bit like your shorthorns.
Yeah.
It jumps up and gets on with life and thinks, oh, this is great. Whereas the Charlotte calf, quite often, is a bit of a trial. So, as I said, with 3 chaps and they were all delighted to move on to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Angus, are you just running bulls then? I take it just traditional?
No, we cut them, we mix steers now.
No, sorry, just bulls with the suckler cows.
Yeah.
You're just buying bulls, running
Buy
them.
bulls,
There's no
we
AR.
buy bulls, yeah.
Yeah, just run them and just.
And
Are you buying fancy bulls or are you just buying bulls?
Well, that's another story there. We buy quite a number privately nowadays.
Okay.
And a number of them come from guys who set out to breed bulls And there's one chap, he has quite a number of cows, I think 400. And he keeps his bulls till they're 200 days old. Decides which ones he's going to try and sell as bulls. And gets the vet in to cut the rest. And another 200 days later, I come and buy them. And I've done this with this particular chap for how long? 15 or 17, 16 years, something like that.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And some years, the first year or two he'd 90, last year he'd 47, and this year he'd 67.
And just to be clear, that's 67 that are cut, you're buying them off him, but you're keeping 2 or 3 of them, you're getting 2 or 3.
No, I mean, the same day we'll maybe buy a bull or two from him that day.
Yes, but then you're getting all these cut, you're getting all the ones that don't make the grade as well,
Correct.
you're buying them
Yeah,
direct from
we're
him.
just buying them direct from him.
But see a thing like that, how do you set the price?
Well,
Do you have a measure, just 2 men
I
talk
just,
about it?
I just get down amongst them and have a wonder about it, and have a think about it, and then say, okay, these cattle are 1,950 quid, and the guy thinks, moan for a bit, and thinking, are you sure? And I says, well, that's plenty. Okay. And in fact, the day before Kelso, we get one of our Holly boy brings down the tops with a double digger wagon, which looks a bit nonsense for 25 tops.
Uh-huh.
But then the Thursday afternoon, there's a chap that buy his cattle from as well. So he's usually running with the 40 bullocks kind of thing. So he says, oh, come to my home for understanding. Usually it's out in a grazing way up above Hoyt somewhere. But he'd have all home. So I went into the shed and had a look around, and I says, these cattle are 465 kilograms. Dash, he says, you're not far wrong. I was 1.25 kilos out.
No way.
So that gives you a fair clue as to what it was.
Uh-huh.
And what I think to this out. I offered him 2,000 quid, and he, well, as you'd imagine, I said, come on, Stuart, that's blooming plenty. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But then he came and bought 2 tops at Castle, so that was good.
He swings and roundabouts, that's farming, isn't it? It's a big circle with farming. Yeah, that's so do you a lot of private buying? Or mostly you usually stand that ring, which
I
are
was
right?
speaking about Orkney, and there's a gentleman up there phoned us up 8 years ago in January and says, I've stopped feeding my cattle, will you come and buy my stores? So 8 years on, this year with 200 bullocks in the spring and 70 odd heifers home today from the same guy.
Is that right in Orkney? And that's going to be a regular thing, is it? Just
And then he says, oh, I've had 2 pals that want to do the same. So we were up there in March. We'd go up twice, because this chap, he used to carve early and then late, so we go up twice. And it's a fine time. And the interesting thing about that is, I ramble a little. We take what has happened, give them exactly chapter and verse, what happened to the cattle as according to our computer. So he gets the starting price, what we guessed was the weight, the grade, the kilos of weight, the number of days in the farm and all that sort of thing. So I present them with that. And so there's a dram board obviously, because we've arrived at 8:30 off the boat. And I's my one drunk and he's still looking at his bit of paper. That's okay. That's okay. So this year we went to see a man in Hoy. This is in March.
oh yeah.
And that was fine, and we bought 50 cattle from him.
Was the Harvey, was it?
No,
Harvey
it
Settle,
was
no?
John Olsen.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah. I've been to Hoy, I've been shearing Hoy.
Down at Longhope, this job is.
Aye, I don't know. Harvey was only about I went shearing and
we Custer.
I with Crystalyx. Yeah, that's it.
Oh well, so anyway, was in there and the auctioneer turned up. I just had the deal done and the auctioneer turned up. And he just reversed it and went away again. At the Highland Show, I was chatting to my neighbour, a young man, and this auctioneer was there, Stuart Ross says, you not know Charlie? And I says, we looked at one another and we both said, hoy, at the same time. That was a real laugh.
Good
And then I was going out on the west side. We fly out to see him.
to
That's
West
a real laugh. Because you're as close together as you can be in this plane.
Is that the shortest flight in the world?
Well, but not, we see it happening, we're at one end of it. but we don't go to Papa Wesley.
It's Papa Westry. Yeah, okay. It's the shortest flight, I think, in the world. Maybe our
Yes.
shortest commercial flight
Yes.
in the
Yeah,
world.
that's
Like, how long are you talking?
Minute and a half.
But you're nearer each other.
No.
You and the pilot are nearer than you and Iona when you're.
Oh, yeah, I mean-
Like, it's so small, yeah.
Oh, it's so small.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that flight once, so quite a few years ago now. And we flew to Wesley, then flew over to Papa Wesley. But just before the pilot took off, the little guy rushes out and says, by the way, don't go do the usual, they were shearing sheep on a ham, which is a tidal island,
Okay.
between the two islands.
Yeah.
And he says, you'll have to avoid it, not disturb the sheep, you see. So I was in twice as long. Twice as long.
And why do they do it as a flight and not a ferry?
But there's a ferry as well.
Right.
All the islands are served by ferries. But if you want to get from Kirkwall to Wesley in a boat, there's an hour and a half. 15 minutes by train, by plane.
Right.
Because the odd day, when we go, it's so foggy, they can't fly. And we're on a fairly limited, we don't want to spend too many days hanging about. We drink too much. So we're going to see this guy and we buy his handicap. He's actually an interesting convert. He was all Charlies at St. Michael's, and the son was getting too much work to do. And he says, well, and this other chap in the mainland out me, he was encouraged them into doing Angus's. And now he says he wouldn't go back.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant. That's so simple.
Well, we spoke in a podcast actually last week talking about, we mentioned cattle breeds, and the fella that was on actually breeds 400 all Aberdeen Angus. Neil Jeffrey, he's at QMS, he's at Dunn's, he's 400 he sells all his store actually. He's a 1,000 acre arable and he does outdoor corrals and quite an interesting system as well, but he's the Angus. And I suppose we can mention the fact that America, like the biggest breeds in the world, that Angus Hereford, back and forth with Angus Hereford. And I'm just adamant there's something in the meat eating quality of the Angus or the Hereford that makes it a success, as well as easy fleshing, easier calving. Like, we're doing good for the Angus breed this last couple of weeks.
I know, we are.
I didn't mention your shorthorns. Didn't mention your shorthorns.
Yeah, I love the shorthorns as well. Like I do, but so far.
But the thing about Angus is that if all the slaughterhouses want them, and I'm giving a premium, there's the crucial word is a premium. You see.
This is this old black cattle premium type thing, is it? Yeah, why? What's the premium for? Just
because there's so much better to eat.
fair.
Yeah. And if you handle them properly, I mean, good old Stoddart, he would be now servicing any decent restaurant in London. They would be getting beef from him. He was telling me the other day that I can't remember the name of the chap, but he's of Indian descent, I think.
Yes.
In Notting Hill. And he took 2 sirloins to sample, and he now gets a pallet of steaks, which is 180 cattle's worth of beef a week.
Serious.
Wow.
And he says and the price doesn't matter to him as long as the quality is like.
Quality,
Yeah.
especially in London, because they're charging such big markups anyway.
Absolutely.
But you have to stay at the top.
And we were actually invited down. He was servicing a restaurant called the Devonshire in Soho. And so ourselves and neighbour were invited down, and 2 of them. So there were 6 of us.
It was brilliant. Jim decided that he had to wear his kilt.
I had this book smart.
You put the kilt on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'd been pressed everywhere.
Scotsman in London. Yeah.
And they dry age their beef for 72 days before they use it.
Right.
So it does the first 40 and then sends it down to them, and they have a dry aging room in the restaurant, especially for the job.
And you can see, I take it all around the restaurant, you can see the meat hanging.
Well,
On
it's
display.
all in this room, you see.
Right.
And so we were in the room, and I was having a look. You see the ear numbers were on the bits of beef, you see.
Is that
I
right?
know, there's one of mine.
Aye.
No way.
So we're neighbouring ourselves, put in 90% of the beef into that restaurant from now till sort of May, June time. June and July we struggle a bit.
Yeah, okay.
So
Why is that? Just because of when you
because
calve?
we're feeding a consistent way all the time. Whereas if you get some from you and from you and from you and from you, it's all slightly different, believe fair.
Okay.
But whereas the two of us, it's just very consistent.
And that'll be another reason why you want to buy cattle privately and in big batches, because then they're level, is that right?
Well, it's not only
Healthier maybe.
It's
Life
healthier.
security as well.
But also, getting enough Angus through the market is tricky because there's other people at it. And I'm very honoured to be asked to buy people's cattle. So,
You mean, yeah, it can be difficult because you're competing in that ring with
as I was yesterday. But the edge was off yesterday.
Okay,
It wasn't a sharp knife anymore, it was slightly blunt.
right. And what's your market of choice when you're buying? Like
Well,
what markets would you hit to
the-
buy cattle?
Well, last time we were here, we went to St Boswell's the next day
Okay,
and bought a working load. And I was in Bingwell yesterday and bought 80 some. And Thinstone, obviously. And that's my three markets that I go to.
aye, okay.
Very rarely go to Stirling.
Why is that?
The auctioneers are too clever.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Just doesn't suit you.
But there's every other guy from Aberdeenshire is there anyway.
Okay, so they won't miss you.
Exactly. So,
And yeah, okay. I mean, Thinstone will be huge. Thinstone, I've drove past it. I don't know if I've ever actually been to Thinstone.
I've never been.
Thinstone did that fantastic show, The Mat. Do you remember seeing that? I've seen that. Obviously, you'd know a lot of folk on it. There's a fantastic show on the BBC called The Mat.
Right.
It just followed Mat staff
Oh,
at Thinstone. Brilliant. It was like a wee kind of version of This Family Life, but it was
That's
really entertaining.
yeah.
And it followed a few farmers and stuff as well.
oh, so that market was built. My father was chairman of Aberdeen Northern at the time.
Okay.
So a couple of years later, after he was dead actually, they built what they called the Sandy Fowlie buyer for Lairage. I says, well, it's a bit late putting up a bedroom for him now.
So is that right? Still called the Sandy Fowlie
Buyer, yeah.
buyer?
that's
There's
nice.
a stone plaque in it,
Brilliant.
built into the wall.
Yeah. I mean, what was he? Was he quite go ahead? What was he like?
He was an enthusiast.
Yeah.
He was an enthusiast.
Yeah.
But he was an enthusiastic smoker and handed in his clothes just a bit early.
Right. Okay. Aye.
Just a bit early.
Aye.
But there we are.
Obviously inspired you to keep farming though. I think you worked under him for a lot of years.
Well, the interesting thing was I got the opportunity to start farming when I was 19.
Okay.
As an uncle of his was childless and he had 2 or 3 farms, and I got the opportunity to buy the one quite close to where we stayed actually, called Greenwell Head, and not for sale at 19. So I had to borrow some money to buy it, obviously, because I had to buy it off his estate.
Yep.
And I've had an overdraft ever since.
Is that right? And back in those days, would you have to leverage against your father's farm?
I took him into the bank and says, that's my collateral.
That's deeds in. Is that right?
But what the hell did I get? The circumstance was that we're paying off the queen, the death duties at the time. And the solicitor guy, and father was the trustee of the operation. And the solicitor, they said that I would pay off the queen at 4%. And I got 7 years to do it.
Okay.
So, no for sale. So I said I got an overdraft over and above that of £15,000.
So what was the amount you had to pay? It's interesting because you're now talking about inheritance tax.
Yeah.
Before they abolished it, and now they're bringing it back.
Yeah.
So how did you manage inheritance tax back then?
Well, you just paid it.
But was a big difference? Land prices were a fraction of
Well,
it.
I mean, as farmers £100 an acre
It was £100 an acre back then.
to buy.
Yeah.
So I bought the thing lock, stock and barrel, just and the 2 staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many acres was that place?
It was 300.
So that was.
It was a tough, tough clay farm, very, very good for feeding cattle. And that's what we do with cattle.
You mean hard dry ground, like good.
Hard ground,
Yeah.
but when it rains it gets hell of a wet. But when it's dry it grows grass fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds a bit like Ayrshire.
Yeah.
Some years. But interesting. So what's that same land now? It was 100. What year was that? Would you remember?
1970.
1970.
Was
So-
an important year we met.
And this year you met as well.
Yeah.
God, it was all just fun into Jim
I know,
Fart, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So £100 an acre, but what's that same land worth now?
Good question. It's not the best farm in the world, I hasten to suggest. So 5 or 6, probably.
5,000 or 6,000. So
Yeah.
it's went up 50 times,
Yeah.
we can say, in 50 years,
Yeah.
or 55 years. It's quite something. Like,
Well, it's, you know,
and what was inheritance tax back then? Can you remember the rate
I can't-
percentage of it? No.
I was just a boy.
Aye, it'd be quite common knowledge if I could Google it.
Yeah.
I knew that they did have inheritance tax and then they got rid of
They
it.
called it death duties back then.
Death duties. There we go. Death duties, I don't know if that's got a nicer ring to it or a worse ring.
Worse ring, I think.
But then duty makes it sound like it's an honour bound thing, tax makes it sound like it's.
Yeah.
Tax.
Aye, tax. Whereas death duty, it's like it's my duty
Pure
to.
duty.
Or it's, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know, I see what you mean.
There was a lot of old estates, had to be split up because of it.
Yeah.
Between the wars and up till it was abolished.
Yes.
Mm.
Aye. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to check these cameras, roll an ad, and then we'll come back in a second, Jim.
Crystalyx Extra High Energy feed blocks have been providing high energy supplementation to ewes, lambs and rams in the UK since 1978. Packed full of protein, vitamins, minerals and trace elements, Crystalyx Extra High Energy has been proven to increase live lamb numbers and improve lamb daily live weight gain at a cost of only 4 to 7 pence per ewe per day. To view the full Crystalyx range and find your nearest stockist, visit crystalyx-global.com.
So, do you have the farm that you got from your uncle? Would you have siblings at that time? Were there
No,
others?
it was, we were with that for 4 months before I started farming. And then we got married in 73.
73.
Yeah, that's right. And with three children, sorry. 2 boys, one's a solicitor, the other's a vet who you were,
Yes.
Graham, who you were
Oh, you
on
met
Graham.
Oh, Graham was like, if you imagine if you put Irene and Jim, I should say Irene's behind the camera here, she's coming on in a wee minute. But if you put Irene and Jim together, that's what you'd
That is
do.
cute. And that's literally what has
He
happened.
doesn't need to tell you who his parents are.
Really?
And we've got a Gillian who, they all were very clever, thanks to their mother enthusiasm. And so Graham's the vet and Frank's the solicitor, and Gillian, she went and did her land economy, went to work for Strutton Parker for a year, and came home and says, I don't like it, I'm not going back. I says, what you can do now? I'll help you. So we had a bit of organic land at the time. So we got a history lesson, but back in the 2000s, in 2007, the then guy for Mark Shari was his name, for the EU, said, in 7 years' time, the CAP is going to stop. So I said, well, we'll take the advantage of organic land, so it'll give us a bit more subsidy. We've taken that advantage with cows, but suddenly with the area payment coming on, the number of cows could be reduced because they weren't going to collect any more subsidies and things. So we went away with that. And then Stuart came in and said, could you do some poultry for us for organic eggs? So Gillian had 6,000 hens for 15 a year, producing organic eggs. For family.
For family, yeah.
Again,
Robert Chapman.
Robert Chapman,
He is high on my list for this podcast as well.
Well, his elder brother Peter and I were the best pals at school and are still good pals yet.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Is Peter quite like Robert? Is he quite no afraid to say what he thinks?
Well, Peter was the agriculture. He was an MSP for a bit.
Oh right, okay.
He was a vice president in a few things.
And see your organic eggs that Gillian was doing. Was this on a mobile coop or was that a fixed shed?
It was it was mobile, but that's
Yeah.
3,000 hens in each one.
Aye, they're big
And
things.
you could pull it along.
Sledges, was it? Big
Yeah.
sledges,
Yeah.
big tractor and pull it.
4 big tractor.
Took 4 tractors to move it.
No.
Aye, fair play. Aye, big
But
outfit.
we after a couple of years we cemented a bit with the table so that the ram and concrete. And that was a lot easier to go.
So you made concrete runs along the
Yeah,
field.
yeah.
Clever.
So that's helped a bit.
Yeah.
Is
then-
Gillian still doing the hens now?
Well, we finding people to help was
Do work.
got difficult. So we let the shed out for a year. And the chap had done one flock through it and was washing it out. And he phoned, it was Storm Arwen was blowing enthusiastically. And he phoned me and he says, I think you're going to lose the roof. Correction, he said, it's gone. So
Just while I was on the
it blew
phone.
away.
Yeah.
So his big concern was what to do with the new bolts that were due in on Monday. But I says, I think I know the bolt. Well, I knew the supplier quite well. And I phoned John Batson and says, he says, that's no problem. I'm insured for that sort of thing.
Okay.
So I put the young man to rest, just to worries.
Aye.
Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah, okay.
So that stopped us keeping bolting.
Yeah,
Just
We
getting
just,
the help.
we
no point in
could
this.
have repaired it, but we took the money and ran.
Yeah. Why not?
So if you want a used example of poultry shed, it's in need of repair. Very cheap to a good home.
Well, that is probably our next
I know, I was
venture in the
gonna
future.
say.
We have been looking at that. Actually, I was away looking at a place the other day. Colin Russell, that was on the podcast before, I went and saw his place. But I don't have 4 tractors, that's the only thing. So you're obviously, why not build a big shed and supply Robert?
Well, we did think about it.
Yeah.
But
We
Two
needed
million.
Gillian at home actually, so she's
Well-
really good at coming and helping Jim in the office and helping me with the sheep.
Okay.
so I tell you,
Okay.
it's much simpler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hens are, it's fantastic in the morning.
Aye.
But 2 years ago, it was pretty smelly. And only I had keen to invest 2 million to build in the sheds and very much.
Yeah.
I would rather put it in the wind turbine.
Yeah. Any of them?
No, I had the loops, the smile will go right round.
To translate that for people that missed it, because it's absolutely genius. Jim said if he didn't have ears, his smile would go right round. It's absolutely brilliant saying if I had any lungs, my smile would go right round. That's great. So how many wind turbines have you got?
We've the one 500 kilowatt one at home and we've a 35% share of 4 big ones.
Right, okay.
And as it happens at Greenwell Heads, so we get the rent on 3 of them.
Brilliant.
So that's good.
Brilliant. Yeah.
So that's, it's a good income. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Keeps us afloat anyway.
Well, it takes the pressure off a lot of things. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But then it's giving you opportunity. Obviously, you can go in and be brave and buy these cattle.
Well, my snag about it is that in our accounts, the wind turbine is in a different trade.
Of course, it's
So it's
limited
accounted
company.
differently.
It's a limited company. You have to.
No, it's not. Well, the big ones are, but
Yeah.
the little one, it's in the farm accounts, but it's
Okay.
treated as a different trade, which I find disappointing.
Oh, so you can't offset the income buying cattle and things
Well,
like
I
that.
use the money,
Right.
but it's complicated.
Yeah, you still end up paying tax on it.
Therein lies the beef factor.
Yeah. You almost need an extra turbine just to help with the tax.
You're right.
You need a 5th big one just to help with the tax offset.
Yeah,
It's a good problem to have though.
it's a much better problem than not paying tax.
My accountant always says that. You should be
Yeah.
delighted you're paying tax. It means you made a profit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
But you're now in that thing where, with the cattle, I suppose, you'd have an absolute, like, you'd have won the lottery, like, when it jumped up from where it was last November, say, to where it ended up in January.
I hasten to admit it was very good.
Yeah.
It was excellent. But what did we do with it? We gave it to the next man
Yes.
for buying store. These 3 young guys in Orkney were all getting a wee bit cheesed off because the thing wasn't very profitable. And it just cheered them up a great lot.
Yes.
So,
I think that's true for a lot of people.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And you said a great thing in that Kelso video, Jim, when I was asking you about buying cattle and stuff, and you said that you're having to pay a bit more for them, so your margin's a bit less, but it's keeping the boys doing it, which is the most important thing.
Yeah. Another thing is that, the direct cost of production is about the same as it's been in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
circa £2 for feed and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But we're getting £4 a kilo for it
Yeah.
instead of 3.
Yeah.
We've never had it so good.
That's what you said. That's what you said. It's true.
And it's true, you know.
But
But we're giving too much of it. The snag is you're giving too big a discount on the price you pay. If you see what I mean. We're paying $4.70 for them, or $4.40 for them per kilo.
Yeah.
And we're only getting £4, or maybe barely now at the moment.
You're talking about when you're buying them store?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know your margins? Does Gillian, or who runs the numbers? Do you run the numbers? Who runs the numbers?
Well, the computer luckily runs the numbers.
Right. So you have it all there?
I have it out there, but I neglected to take it with me. But I think that last year, over 1,500 cattle would have raised themselves over the financial year, from 1st of April to 1st of April. I think it was something like 530, 40 quid, just off the top of my head. But some of them, there was the odd one was raising 1,000 quid, you see. But then remember, we were selling in September, October, November, and we're raising them not so much as that.
Just to get the terminology though, you're saying they're 500 quid more than you paid for them?
Yes.
That's not the profit?
No, that's not the profit.
No,
That's the gross margin.
that's the gross margin. Do you know what your profit is on them? Like, do you know, like,
No.
last year would be a bad year to measure, because it was that big jump, I suppose.
Well, exactly.
Aye, so that'd be a bad year.
But you know, we'll find out the real truth very, very shortly.
Yeah, would you speak to the accountant?
Well, accountants is telling me that they're going to invite us in shortly for
The big
wash
sit-down.
it.
Yeah. But have you had many? It's a dangerous game. Have you had years where you have had a loss? You know, have you been burnt before?
Over years,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And never been close to pulling the plug.
Oh, well, no. The family wouldn't allow that.
Okay.
I remember some years ago, many years ago, we were slaughtering heifers in Glasgow Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Put down 22 at a time, and it was over Christmas, New Year, and the checks were going down the hill, and the post they couldn't get up the road for snow. By the time we got them into the bank, the guy had gone bust.
Oh no.
See? So Father and I went out to see if we could do anything. And one load of cattle completely disappeared. There was no paperwork, there was no beef, nothing from it. The next load, we got that paid in full because the guy in the slaughterhouse, he hadn't sent the money on to
The middleman.
The middleman.
Things. Yeah. So yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't the Glasgow Slaughterhouse went bust. It was a boy.
That
you were dealing through.
Slaughterers.
Right. Okay.
So it was quite an interesting.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day we grew potatoes, and that happened with potatoes as well. So it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
You've just to be fairly resilient.
Yeah, and I dare say you definitely are.
No, I can't imagine you being stressed, Jim. You just seem like such a positive person.
You pay the bank a great lot of money to be stressed for you.
just like them, the accountants do all the worrying.
The accountant, they don't worry, they just charge you.
Aye, okay, yeah.
But if the banker worries a little sometimes.
But you're saying the banker, do you have debts? Do you have debt? I know you said you still have that overdraft there.
Overdraft.
The overdraft facility, but do you work with debt, do you? Or you you do work with debt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm obviously working with debt here, and I'm not opposed to it. I think it's a good way to work. But
Well, I would rather have that and have it in the bank, stealing it, or Rachel leave, having to go there because you've got it.
yeah.
You know.
And then what is your, I suppose...
If the bank goes busted, if you owe them, that's not so bad. If they owe you.
It's a good way to think about it. I'm going to use that because I was speaking to my accountant next. That's why we're still in the overdraft. What age are you, Jim? I don't think we've actually covered that, have we? What age are you?
Well, I'm older than I used to be.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
My 75th birthday was the day after Kelso.
Oh, there we go. 75, that's a big one. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
So you're 75, kids are all well up and established in their own businesses, or Gillian's working at home as well. Have you sorted succession?
That is being spoken about with enthusiasm, and we're not just giving it we're speaking about it.
Yeah.
We're speaking about it. But what's going to happen? Well, I know what I would like to happen, but
We're working on it.
We're working on it. The accountants are not very sure what to do.
Yeah.
But they aren't being difficult.
You're in a fortunate position, I suppose, that you've made it difficult by having such a big empire, really. Like,
Well,
2008, I mean, it's...
Yeah, it's huge.
But I think it's what's happened, what's the Chancellor of the Sea, the wealthy men going and buying farms for this purpose. James Dush has been a prime example. You know, he's bought a lot of land and he's hoping to get the office inheritance tax to hand on his family so that he can hand on his loot on to the next generation or two. And she's looked at that and said, but I think the disappointing thing is for a lot of farmers, myself included, but I mean, I think she set the threshold far too low.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, like a 200 acre farm, he's going to have to pay a lot of money.
Not just that, Jim, I agree with that, but I also think there needs to be a taper. I think a man that's like yourself, that's 75 and is now in a sticky position where you're very limited with your options to avoid this thing is very unfair.
Well,
and they should be bringing it back to at least I would say retirement age.
Yeah.
Make it 60. If you're under 67, if you're over 67 on April 2026, and this is allegedly going to come in, then you're exempt. Is what I would say.
if you're under,
If you're over it, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, if you're over it.
yeah.
And by that I mean you're now at an age where it's difficult to have that taper period
Yeah.
or to change plans. Not to mention the fact that many people will have sons or daughters that have worked for peanuts their whole life
It's them I feel for.
to take this farm on, and the only reason it's not in their name is because the most tax efficient way to do it is when the parents die.
Yeah.
And now that has been swiped away, and it's. I think they really need to bring that taper in, and that would be fair enough if you've got your whole life to work towards knowing you're paying this tax.
Yeah.
You build your business around it. I mean, I'm still not saying fair enough. It's still not great, but it's fairer than somebody like yourself being landed with at 75.
Well, Frank's view is, the eldest view is we've got 10 years to pay it off, interest free.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
maybe
I dare see your business with the turbines and stuff like that. You
we
could
could
stomach it, no
we
bother.
could
but-
nearly- well, no,
never
we could breach the decision.
Yeah, and it is still a better deal than some people with inheritance tax. I do understand that, but it's a difficult one to swallow. And as I say, the people that have worked their whole life towards something, it's very difficult. Your difficult thing, obviously, there's three kids.
Yep.
With 3 adults now, obviously, there's 3 kids to sort out and make the whole thing fair can be very, very difficult. I mean, even just thinking about, talking the numbers, but you mentioned 1,600 cattle's over 3 million.
Well,
Straight away.
It's thereabouts.
It's a thought, isn't it?
Huh?
I mean, it's a thought. Like before.
Well, it's 1,200 cattle at the moment, and my concept view is as long as there's enough cattle there to sort out the overdraft, you know.
Yeah.
Banker says, I'll need my money back. Just wait till Friday.
Yeah.
Send them all the things in. Madam,
Funny. I phoned.
may I have my title deeds back?
Aye, if you pay it off, you want the deeds. I phoned the bank the other day to try and extend my overdraft just to keep buying more stock, and that was a big thing. You go through this whole. They do a thing that's most farmers don't know this, but there's like a form, basically it's like your net worth kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like you put your assets in it and your. Did they even ask for liabilities? I just can't remember now. No, I don't think they did ask for liabilities. They just wanted your assets to see if it goes tits up. Can we call this back in pretty fast? And then as soon as you start writing down all your sheep and then the cattle and then maybe a couple other bits and pieces, you're like, why am I needing an overdraft? Do you know what I mean?
It's all on overdraft.
It's because it's all
At least you can sell it quickly.
Yes,
Exactly.
especially sheep. That's a good
I was
point.
speaking to a chap the other day, he was giving me a lift home, and he said that if you've some cattle, it's like liquid money. It's going to be cash.
I
Just a drop of a hat.
literally said that about sheep either in my podcast or sheep. I said sheep are like an overdraft.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, in fact, I was talking about. I think you and I were maybe talking. I can't remember talking about how things are tight now. Hence why I'm asking to extend the overdraft. But with 2,000 stall lambs running about, so if they were really tight, I could phone the market and say, listen, 200 lambs coming in this week. There's 21,000 like that. Pressure off.
Yeah.
So we're not really under pressure.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to finish those lambs and maximise it. Like you're doing, Jim, you're trying to run the cattle and finish them and maximise it. And you have to balance up. Is it better to pay a wee bit interest on the debt? Is it more or less than what you'll make on your
And
cattle?
if you're a good farming banker, they understand the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
And we've obviously over the years we've changed bankers a few times. And what I do is, I say now, when you come in to do our annual review, come with a time to spare, and we'll show you what we'll take a run, and see what we're doing and what we're going and what we're doing. And they really are very pleased with that because they have a clear picture.
Yeah.
They see it on the ground by their own eyes, is what it is.
Yes.
Not on paper.
Yeah.
So and it's accounted as well. It's really, they really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's not dissimilar what you're saying there about going and seeing it and settling your nerves. It's not dissimilar to when the Donald came in and he had to go on a visit to Fort Worth to see the gold. It's like they're telling me it's there.
I can see it with my eyes.
But until I see it with my own eyes, I don't believe it's there. It's kind of the same thing. It's like you see it, it just, we're okay.
Yeah.
It's there. It's like touching your passport around it. It's
there.
I know it's definitely there, but let me it's definitely there. Yeah.
Especially when you're in Afghanistan.
Oh, well, absolutely.
Somewhere.
Absolutely. And Jim, you're obviously a very positive person, and we love that on the podcast. Because we're positive about farming, I absolutely love it as well. But like a couple of things I was going to ask, I suppose, like advice, like you have a life of wisdom and mistakes and all these things. But like, what's your advice to young folk coming into the industry just now? Would you see for?
Well, I think what you are doing is exactly the way in, because sheep is a lower capital value thing, and okay, you have to put in a bit of work, but it pays pretty well. If you take an acre of grass for 5 ewes and 8 lambs, and that 8 lambs are worth, you tell me, 120 quid each
£1,000
or more.
Aye.
Well, and compare that with a same field of barley.
Yeah.
Sheep look better.
Aye.
And
no
and
comment
a lot of Scotland is not arable.
Yeah.
You can grow grass quite efficiently and produce something of it. And currently, it's hard to beat.
Yes.
But that said, the Nemo market was telling me yesterday that the 500 cows going to be for sale at the end of October.
Breeding cows?
Breeding cows. People going out.
Is that right? Because someone said to me, we had a chat about it the other day, and I think it was I said actually, I think the suckler price and the price of beef surely will encourage more folk to up the numbers and whatnot, and they said no. They said those boys have been thinking about getting out for the last few years will be like, now's the time.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Cash out.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing is actually it's going to be worse for the suckler numbers.
And the snag is, too many of the people that are getting out are my age, not yours.
Yeah, that's
And the other problem is the age your guys' age can't afford to buy them because they cost too much to start with.
You're right. It's
Unless you have a very understanding banker.
Yeah, and even that, it's like, it's how do you get people, we talk about it all the time, it's nearly impossible. Like, me buying this farm and doing what I'm doing, this comes from outside money, really. The sheep game is essentially outside money, it's another business that provides the money.
Same as a wind turbine.
Same as the turbines.
If speaking about taxing on here, is the sheep game taxed differently from your farming?
The sheep
May
game.
I ask?
Yeah, I'm quite open. I've even spoke about the tax on this, so my sheep game is a limited company.
Oh, aye.
So it's 21% or something that pays tax
25.
on anyway.
25 or 6.
Well, it's only 25 to you, Jim, because you turn over a lot more than me. It's
okay.
less for me, I think, 'cause I'm just a wee guy.
Well, but otherwise,
You don't, I know what you're saying, yeah. I think that was Labour changed that, or maybe that was a Tory thing actually, and changed, because it used to all be 19.
yes, but then again,
And now it's tiered.
It did the 25.
And now it goes to 25 if you're over a certain amount, yeah.
Aye.
Still better than 40 and 45 as it is
Or 30.
on income tax.
Yep.
But yeah, no, but then, I've said in the podcast before, last year we paid 36 grand in tax, and I suppose sat down with the accountant, says we're getting to a stage we want to look to try and buy somewhere. He said, well, if you want to borrow money, you have to make a profit, because you can't go to the bank, me as a person with limited assets, and say, well, no assets really, because they won't let you borrow against sheep in Scotland. You can't go to them and say, borrow me money, show me your accounts, or I'll lose money every year. So you had to he's like, you have to go hard, make a profit.
Well, the interesting thing is to make a profit 1 year in 5. Apparently.
That's what you have to make.
Yeah,
to keep them happy.
to show,
Right.
well, to keep the tax folk happy.
Okay, yeah,
Not the
yeah,
bank.
yeah.
The bank are quite happy.
Yeah, yeah. If you're losing money every year, it's
They're
suspicious.
quite happy because if they've got your title deeds, they're
Yeah, yeah.
they're safe.
Yeah.
They're safe.
Yeah, so for the tax, they're going to make a profit when you're on 5.
Apparently.
Right, okay, okay. Well, we'll see.
Because, you know, if we're making a profit, we're inclined to buy new tractors or build buildings,
Yeah, put it
you know, repair things
Yeah.
off the back of it. Because
And that's how you then don't make a profit because you've spent it. But that's what's great about farming is that
Yeah,
nobody's,
all goes
no,
back in.
farmers aren't putting their money in the Cayman Islands.
no,
They're going to buy another tractor or they're putting fences up, they're creating work, they're doing other things.
Yeah.
And that, you know, that is a fantastic. The 1 year and 5 thing, that might be related to, because there's something where you can offset losses. I'm not an accountant obviously, but you can offset your loss against a profit year.
yes,
So last year my farm lost 20 grand. So I think if it makes a profit this year, I can bring that 20 grand.
Okay.
Don't quote me on this, anybody listen, this is
Yes.
not tax advice,
Aye.
but I think there is something you can bring that 20 grand forward.
Okay.
it's called averaging.
Averaging, so maybe that's why every 1 year and 5 you need to square it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, get
So
things
what-
back on.
How much did I lose the last 4 years? 120,000. Well, funnily enough,
That's so weird. that
that's
you
what I
said
made in
that.
profit this year.
That's so weird that you said that.
That's weird. That's just a coincidence.
But it you know, keep up the repairs and things, and we're
So we
we're
keep this
busy
money
doing that
going.
right now.
Oh yeah.
And another thing, we're just about to bring Irene on here and get the chat about the Suffolks and how the sheep side of things is going, because not only are you booming on cattle, you're booming on sheep as well. But we like to ask folk like something they've made an arse of, like if there's something that sticks in your mind that was a kind of, and we like folk to be quite open about, ideally something you know that's quite serious. But,
I didn't catch it. Yeah, I said one.
Oh, it's
sorry.
terrible. It's a nightmare.
Something you made a big mistake with. I said something you made an arse of. Something you made
I
a
see.
an arse. You say an arse.
Half of it.
An arse.
I understand the language now.
That's
Right
it's
there.
been too posh. Something you've made a right big mess of, whether you bought a heap of cattle private at far too much money, or you know, is there anything that sticks in your mind?
There's one guy, he comes on about the end of April, when the thing is absolutely,
God, Irene's like shit.
absolutely at its peak.
Uh-huh.
And for 3 years now, I've made a total cock-up.
Right.
It's been horrid.
Just paid too much money for them.
Absolutely. I just must not do it again.
Okay, 3 years done.
Well, I hope.
And yeah,
Just, you know, the things at the peak, and you think, oh, this will be the problem. And then within 3 weeks, you think, do not go back. You think.
yeah.
And
Oh, that's
my
back to
word
stock
for it
average,
is confirmed.
Yes, okay. That's back to the averaging over 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah, so bang.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we get average over the number of cattle we have, it doesn't look so bad.
Yeah.
But just this particular bunch, I know the year number quite well, and when they come through there, they said, out. You'll go away, don't annoy me anymore.
Okay. We'll learn from it. But yeah, you must have done that plenty over the years. Like, you can't even write all the time.
Oh, no. The feeding sheep job, we were quite enthusiastic about that a number of years ago. So, I can't remember which year it was, but sometime in probably late 80s, we bought maybe 1,000 lambs at £42, which is a good price for lambs in the day. And when we sold them, we averaged 28. Now that was extremely disappointing. That was an absolute hassle.
Yeah, because that's like 14,000 or whatever,
Just
16,000, just gone, yeah. Which a lot of money obviously back in the 80s.
I would fit it. I mean, we'd eaten a
Plus your inputs, of course.
20 grams and tons and tons of grain.
And no turbines back then.
No, just graft.
Just graft.
And
Right.
a lot of people, actually one stag that young guys go into, they go, let's feeding sheep lads. So the markets will support them to buy quite a number of lambs.
Yep.
So, and it is fantastic. So next year, don't do twice as many. And then if you get a year like that, which, what, 2 years ago it happened, I can't remember.
Well, in the spring there it happened. Boys
Aye.
were buying lambs there
Exactly.
in February, and the arse fell out in April.
Well, I mean, we buy our lambs, it would, you know, sell tops in the Western Isles.
Yeah.
So we go and buy the lambs from them.
Yes.
And this year, this past year, was very successful. We bought them at £110 and sold them at 145 in the 1st of January.
Yeah.
Just the first store sale.
Yep.
It was a long time before they were worth any more. If at all.
If you'd held on, yeah. You sold them at 145.
Yeah.
Do you sell them away forward stores again? Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, just easy. No grain, just no
They
feed,
just-
just grass. And
At that time, actually, we were getting a bit short of grub, and I discovered that the buyer guys, if you have got them started on feed, there was a lot more to them. So we had them on feed.
yes, yeah.
And he got top 2 pens for 160.
Yeah,
It was fantastic.
because they wanted to go straight into a hopper. Yeah.
400 lambs, 143 or 5 quid or something.
And that's an interesting
It's
thing that leads us nicely into SA Suffolk. Come on over, Irene, join in. Because you go and buy the lambs, or you try to buy as many as you can, the store lambs.
Yeah, well,
Do you only buy store lambs off of SA Suffolk's?
yes, absolutely. Oh, strictly. We look at the catalogue, he's a buyer. Buy it.
And it's a great business model.
Iona, I've done it.
What now? Last time you said that, you just bought more cows.
No, it's bigger than that. I've finally organised the farm.
Organised? You couldn't organise a tea break, Cammy.
Well, now I can, because it's all on Herdwatch.
What? You're keeping records? Digitally?
Aye, every cow, sheep, all the medicines, even some of the land, all in the app.
So you're
All
telling
in the app. All in the app.
So you're telling me no more notepad stuck in glove boxes?
No.
No more mystery scribbles you can't even read yourself?
But with Herdwatch, I can easily register new calves, track treatments, and stay compliant without the headache.
But how long does that take you?
Honestly, faster than you can say.
Where did I leave that scrap of paper?
Oh, look at us. That's like
That was actually quite good.
That was the first time, by the
I
way.
know.
That was our first go
I
at
felt a
that.
bit nervous.
Oh, that was good, Jay. We could be in Hollywood.
Right, so it actually saves time.
PTO. What does that mean?
Please turn over.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Thought it was power takeoff. That's what it means in a tractor.
Download Herdwatch today and get your farm in order.
Because your paperwork shouldn't be wilder than your livestock.
Herdwatch.
Farm
smarter, not harder.
I tell you another thing, it's terrible, I don't know the boy's name, so apologies, but you might hear this podcast or somewhere, but there was a young lad working at Ayr the other day in the tup sales, and he was doing the hardest in that ring, keeping things moving, trying to get the tups out the gate all the time, Ken, working bloody hard, sweats, lashing his back, shirt and tie on.
Yeah, why?
And a young fella, and I just thought, much smarter than a polo shirt. Ken,
No, it is.
Oh,
It looks
the
good.
Dingle boys were the same on Saturday.
And-
It all Dingle. As yeah, I have a Dingle tie especially.
shirt and tie. To be fair, I think a lot of the marks do wear shirt and tie, so I'm not saying it's just specifically this guy, but I just clocked it because he was like, it was a job that he didn't want to wear a shirt and tie for.
Yeah, aye.
And
Yeah.
you know, he'd the chaps on, the kind of waterproof legs, and he's working bloody hard all the time with shirt and tie, and it just
Yeah.
looked just
Yeah.
well presented, and I just clocked it. So if he hears that, Drew, if you hear this, pass on my. Well, Jim Craig will be listening, so pass that on. You ever dealt with Ayr? Once.
Back in the day when our boys were at university, they grazed cattle to collect the subsidy and make a little profit, and that put them through university.
Grazed cattle where?
They grazed cattle, and in fact Graham took grass
Went down here?
down in Glenluce.
Right, yeah.
Because it was
It's basically
basically
Newton Stewart market, kind of.
Aye.
Yeah, he
So
had to prove that he was separate from
we'd
us.
sell them fat, so we did not need to sell them fat. But the part of the key of his job was to get the 4% added on VAT. 4% additions was a wonderful thing. And but Ayr wouldn't go with that. So we sold 4 cattle, and that's our total trading was Ayr.
4 cattle, there we go. There we go. Let's place them
And
in the
that's
pump.
20 something years ago.
Well,
Yeah.
Graham's been in his current practice for 20 years. It's just-
Okay, yeah, so it's just before he left uni to
But
pursue that.
then he
35 or
was-
6 years ago.
Yeah, it was-
Tweak
yeah.
Irene's mic a wee bit. I think just bring it down a wee bit as well if it can. Like, yeah, there we go.
I think it'll actually.
So we can see your face. That's good. So right, okay. So there has been some dealings with Ayr. That's
Very-
interesting.
very little.
But interesting. Everything else goes to store. That's what she's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. And there is somebody for a podcast. Absolutely, that's impressive business.
Yeah.
So Irene, we've got you to join us now. We've been hearing for Jim. We've got you here. You're some pair together. How's the Suffolk sales been? The top sales been? Are you finished now?
Well, that was us delivering some of our sales, and I'm so pleased to have come to visit, stay with you. That'll be marvellous. We're really excited to see how they get on, because they are very high index,
Yep.
really high growth. One of them, his growth figure is 12 for growth, and that is really tremendous. So that should be really fast finishing lambs.
So what should I be putting him to? Like what?
Well,
like anything you're going to say? Yeah,
absolutely.
Put the crush house or?
But I would probably put them in your first rams in, so that you'll catch the early market.
Okay.
Because they will finish very quickly, and I would advise you weigh them, because some people say, no, they're not ready yet, and they can be very, very solid, and you don't know their weights. So but they'll grow and they'll finish very quickly.
Well, we have some tips going out. We're dipping, I think, on the. It's a bit awkward the way it's worked in, dipping the day before, but the dipper's coming, I think, the 6th, and I'm just going to put. I was going to put the tips out on the 5th, but I'm going to put them out on the 7th now, just the day after. So straight after dipping, they're going to go out. I think we're actually filming it for Landlord. So there we go, you'll get to see them go out there. They might be mixed in with some Texels as well, because I'm just going to do them in a big batch.
You won't get any Texel.
That's a good challenge for them actually.
Well,
I'm going to peel them up, I'll give them different colours.
Oh, well, don't,
Yeah.
please
don't use
don't
a
put on
harness.
this
I
harness.
don't put a harness,
No, just
No,
put
because
the
it gets
colour
in the way, you
on.
think.
Put on plenty colour.
Too much risk of injury. And
Many years ago I had a guy and he said, I don't know, he's just not working, he's sniffing, he's running about. And I said, he wouldn't be wearing a harness, would he? Oh, right, okay. Never looked back after that. Poor thing, he was all chuffed and sore, and he must have been demented not being able to get going.
But then that must be a bad harness. You know, don't get me wrong, for a few years there, I'll say a few years, only up until the last 2 years I've used harnesses before. I just let them run, and just, plus the same reason my grass was all over the place. If a tup get hanked up or something like that, and you maybe didn't see it, it's a disaster. So I'd better wear the harness and don't risk it. But these ones at home, I've been seeing them every day. I'm going to harness. Do you know why I'm harnessing them? Hear me out, okay? Because my plan is, tups out at that date for sort of 1st of March, or beginning of March lambing, give them a turn or thereabouts, pull the tups out for a fortnight, shed out the ones that have been tupped, put a chaser ram in with them just to catch anything that comes back, and the ones that are left, tup them again for April lambing. What do you think?
But you could equally do that without a harness.
But how would I know what ones have been
Well,
tupped?
you'd have to just kill them.
Deal with them.
Yeah, but then,
I just rub kill on them.
could do that,
And you know, the first
Could do
three
that.
are absolutely plastered, but
Yeah,
as the
could do
time
that.
goes on, you do see the traces, and especially if you guys have the odd shower rain, that keeps it wet. In the very dry days, it's very hard.
It's not good into you, you just run alongside the bike and jump off, catch it up, do the job, and the bike you'll find is stopped.
You could rattle them. Laziness is. Your dad rattle sheep, does he, or does he harness them?
No, he doesn't use a harness.
There's no harnesses.
No.
For your dad will see them tucked, he's at them that much. He'll just know, oh, there's,
He'll
he'll
be
know the
watching.
ear tag numbers for a mile away. Like, yeah, that's her tucked. She was tucked on the Thursday. But okay, right.
But I would
We'll
use,
see what.
yeah, I would
See
use
what
colour, yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think,
use
yeah.
a different colour, that's
I
a
might use
brilliant
a
idea.
harness.
Yeah.
But I will keep an eye on them, I promise. I'll make sure. We've got to wait, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
I'll
if
look
you
after
do use a
and
harness
and
and
they're
you
the
think-
luxury harnesses we bought, they're the dear ones.
Oh, gee.
All padded and that, you know.
So
you
what
get
does
rid of
it,
cheap
what does
ones.
the harness do?
It holds a crayon right at the brisket,
Oh, okay.
and as the tuck jumps it.
Yeah.
I know,
crayons
but
it.
when we were using them, it's long ago,
Yeah.
when they weren't big enough anyway.
Aye, so they maybe
Yeah.
The harness
change.
wasn't big enough.
Oh, when you use them as tuck lambs, you mean?
Well, no.
No, just that the harnesses will
We did
come
try harnesses, 40 years ago.
Oh, the one they pick. Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we'll
So
see.
just make sure there's plenty of room, because you'll easily, you're a great shepherd, you'll easily know if he's not getting freedom to get going. And
Okay, we'll be fine. We'll back them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fine. He'll do a good job. But we'll see him on that. But you know, but your tups, great go at Kelso.
we thought we did very well at Kelso, but we did even better at Dingwall.
I saw
It was
that.
amazing.
I saw your average.
Yeah,
up.
it was
It's
really
wild.
good.
What do you think that is? The locality better known at Dingwall,
Well,
or big fish in a small pond?
maybe a little bit of that, but the guys there know us, they know the tops, and they come back every year for more. It's just, and the word spreads, so the competition's greater.
And
And
you
that
guys
makes a
throw
big
lambs at
difference.
Dingwall?
No, so last
Which helps.
Yes.
But the guys, but Kelso, everybody who sells in Kelso agrees that it can be run very hot, and then it can be just at the wrong time, because the guys that buy your sheep have gone off to see some of these Texels or Blueface Leicesters, and by the time we come back, you've been gone and done it.
There's absolutely something in that. There's always bargains to be had at Kelso.
Yeah.
Because there's folk just miss their chance or they're distracted elsewhere, and that's your chance to get it. And one thing I would say, the Kelso thing again, like I touched on there, Kelso's a big pond.
Yes.
Hard to be a big fish down there.
Well, we're lucky with a lot of very loyal buyers, and they do come back every year. But you do need competition.
Well,
And
you,
then
don't,
the
you almost
problem-
don't want the same buyers buying them every year, because then the other people don't know what they're like.
Well, exactly.
Well, that's right. You see, last year, I think we only had 4 new buyers. So, I mean, that's great, really. But
It's hard to grow,
Yes,
because there's only 4 new folk.
that's
Yeah,
it. And there's not so many spreading the word as well.
yeah. And that's where are you increasing numbers? I mean, you have a lot of rams for sale. Are you?
No, last year was the most ever. We sold
No chance.
we sold 100 rams last year. That we I did 2 lambings. The ones that weren't a lamb, I put them back, into the main
For
lamb.
commercial, yeah.
So, no, we won't have that many to sell this year, but the averages are well up. which
What's
is
your average?
fantastic.
73 sold so far,
Uh-huh.
and it looks like we're averaging circa 1575. In there somewhere.
I mean,
Tremendous.
that is really fantastic.
Yeah.
It's really
And
good.
that's
Oh, incredible.
so it was 60 at auction and 13 or 14 at private sales.
Yeah. And obviously at Kelso, big pen at Kelso. Did you have more at Dingwall?
Yes.
You have 40?
Well, I entered 40, but there's 2 here and 2 there, and
Yeah,
so
okay.
we had 35.
Okay.
Yeah, so we averaged 1,500
All sold?
for 35.
Oh,
All
Yeah.
sold? Busy ring?
When we're going to get
We were last.
the first sale.
Okay, hello,
Yeah,
come
we
No,
were-
there's no.
The
We've got the
problem
sale.
was we were last, so people had to hang on.
But sometimes that's a good thing.
Well-
Because folk have maybe chanced their arm at other ones, and now they're like, right, I've came here.
But what they
Yeah,
did was, I think it possibly was quite fair, but any consignor that had over, I don't know, maybe 20 or so, or 24, they split your group in half. So, we entered 40, so we got 20 and 20. 20 at the beginning, obviously,
I
like
think
20 at the
that's a
end of
really
the
fair
summer.
way to do it.
So
No.
if you're unlucky, your first half will maybe sell quite well, but then people have lots of other choices and chances, so your second half might not sell as well as your first half. But I was lucky, or maybe people just waited for me, and they waited for the second half and had a go at them as well.
It's
So
actually
that
not a
was
bad
really
shout, because people that maybe tried your first half and didn't get it,
Yes.
they've now got a chance to run round to your pen
Yeah.
and say, right, but I didn't get my
No,
first and
no,
second
there
choice.
was no time, there was not enough
Yeah.
sheep.
Oh, is that right? Okay, it was right back round, not enough Suffolks. But it gives them time to
Yeah.
think, oh, right,
Yeah, I have to go
you're
again.
let's pick the next one.
Well, I remember last year, there's 2 fellas out in the West. They were sitting watching on the telly and see because they
Oh,
were
is it Matt Eye up there, is it? Or?
No, it's
no.
not working anymore.
not working anymore, but the 2 of them
Live stream.
told me that the phone one of the, we'll have to help her, Andy. The price is much higher than we anticipated. So,
Yeah.
so they phoned the auctioneer, one of the auctioneers does a bidding buying for it
Yeah.
and get cheap bought for them.
Make sure you get a lot.
It's good, and I mean, I think actually the performance recording thing for me is working. But I can direct them towards if they want to finish their lambs, I can tell them which rams will help them most with that. A lot of people were very keen on keeping the females that they were breeding, so a lot of the rams with high maternal figures were really sought after at Dingwall, because it's not so common for Suffolks to be good maternal. But ours are milky, lamb easy, and it's a good combination with the Cheviot or the mule. So that particular ram was sought after as well. So it was an all-rounder kind of thing. So
I have got a notion of your Suffolks. What I might do is use them to chase up a Cheviot. I've got a pure Cheviot tucked to go out with some girls, some of Lizzie's Cheviots. So I thought, put the pure out a ton
yeah,
and chase up the Suffolks and get a nice.
it
The Irish boys love them, eh?
At the good lambs.
yes.
Well,
And-
there's a guy up in Dingwall, he does exactly that with his cash TVs
Okay.
and keeps the young lambs for his pack flock,
Yeah.
of which he's about 1,400.
And they'll be crackers.
Good cheap.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and good mothers.
we'll try it. Big roomy sheep. No, fantastic. Well, I hope SE Suffolk has a good back end, good tupping time, and a good
Well,
lambing
yes,
again next
it's
year.
all to go again.
I know.
Isn't it? Oh.
Fantastic. And I saw you heading your hands a couple of times with Jim there. How's he done? All right.
Sorry, sir.
I saw you head and hands.
Oh yes, he's done very well.
A couple of times.
Yeah, once or twice I thought, oh, where's he going with this?
But I mean, in the early 80s, you see, we had 1,000 ewes, commercial ewes,
Yeah.
all born lambing in January and February for the May June market.
Okay.
And we had
So
and
set
sold
your
them
time
all,
with sheep.
and we sold them all live,
Uh-huh.
and the ewes, and then started all over again in August with cash ewes again.
You bought 1,000 cash out, sold them lambs at foot.
No, sold the
finished
lambs
lambs.
fat, and the ewes fat.
Finished
Killed the ewes,
Ah.
and then started again.
Yeah.
God, that's a glutton for punishment, that.
Well,
Buying in cash ewes every year. Like,
but
I mean, it lasted for 3 years until other people cottoned on this was a profitable thing to do. And once there's too many folk in it,
yeah.
yeah.
so.
But do you not find that? I mean, I'm very conscious at the time here, and obviously the length of the podcast, but hey, you're great chat, so nobody will complain, I'm sure. End of the day.
The sort of people just stop listening.
Aye, so what? Is that not part of the problem with the store lamb and store cattle game? There's too many people doing it.
Well, there's too many people need to buy the stores.
That's what I mean. That's,
People are not willing to work to breed stock. End of story. That's the real point.
I think that's
But
a
that's
fair
what you
point.
said.
And if there's a young man listening to this who would like to come and breed cows with me, I would be delighted to speak to him. Or if you have an estate and are looking for some cows, I would like to speak to you too.
There we go. So you're looking to expand more as well?
I wouldn't mind if we could find the right combination.
Aye. Are you still looking for staff? Like, you're always looking for somebody young and keen to
Well, I mean, just as it happens at the moment, we've a position that we could fill. Yeah.
Well, I just think if somebody wants to learn a job,
Yeah,
there's a place to work. So if you're in the northeast and
But
you're
the
looking,
snag is, in our case, this guy would be pretty much on his own and getting on with it.
so it's not a boy
But
you're
my
looking
man
for.
at the moment,
Yeah,
I see him once in 3 weeks.
yeah. So it's not a boy you're looking for. It's somebody that knows cattle.
It's somebody in his early 30s with at least 2 or 3 kids. It's to work like hell to get them through school.
Is there a house for the job too?
Oh, aye.
A house for it as well?
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Well, best place to find them is SE Suffolk's on Facebook. Ping Irene a message. Or speak to Thainston, they'll have Jim's number, I'm sure, to pass it on. So that'd be a good opportunity for somebody. I
But
think.
it's,
I know, because I mean, I really enjoyed your presentation at Beef Tech. It was tremendous, and we thought long and hard about it afterwards, because you were quite right. How do you encourage young folk? I mean, not just young folk, but how do you get people into the industry? And you're right, they need encouragement.
Yeah, aye, my point of that. Yeah, that talk. Actually, it was a different demographic than I was expecting at Beef Tech. I was talking about how to get into farming, and I thought it was a younger audience, but it was more. It was a more mature audience. Certainly, it was very much an audience full of landowners and farmers, I would say.
Right, okay.
And I sort of changed the tune as being that actually, rather than saying what's the government doing to get new entrants, what are we doing?
We do, yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, with giving folk a chance. That's where share milking and share farming and folk that rent their land out, as I said that thing, rather than Jim say you had 500 acre to rent out, rather than going to the market and get the highest bid for it, you know, or giving it all to the neighbour, give the neighbour 400 and see that young man that's wanting to start with sheep,
Yeah.
give him a chance 100 acre at handy money.
Yeah.
there's all sorts of possibilities.
Aye. I just think we have a real responsibility.
But it's
ourselves as
getting enthusiastic people to do the work, whether it's for you or on their own right.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I think that's why we're doing what we're doing with the stock, because the Aberdeen Angus for us are not such high labour,
Yeah.
and the way that we're breeding our Suffolks is not high labour either. So I think that is important, that the way that you're breeding your stock's important, because it is work, but if you can make the work that much less, then you get the rewards.
But
I assume you have a camera in your shed that you can sit and look and say, it's a few lambs out, don't go and put them in pens.
well, usually Lizzie's out there anyway, so I don't know. She'll phone me and just tell me an update while I'm lying in my bed.
Oh, I see.
No, Lizzie does all the hard work here. No, we do need a camera. But ironically, you're saying about the way you set the Suffolks up to do it. But ironically, yourself, like Tim at Ex-Lana, and all these people try to produce sheep that are less work, are doing far more work than everybody else to record the data to get
Yes.
them that way. So like Tim's producing a sheep that you need to do nothing with, but he's doing individual dung samples on them. They're all getting DNA, back fact scanned. He's handling them all the time to make it so that the end user, the people you sell your tips to, you're
have an
doing
easier time.
you're doing far too much
Well,
work.
that's right.
to
And
be
I was
easier for
just
them.
saying, you
Yeah,
know,
but it's
Not the lambing work you're doing, it's
lambing
the
work.
data
the
recording and the
Yeah.
lambing bananas and killing all the bills of work.
It's different.
That's a graft.
That's it.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, with the Kelso, you saw all the cards we put up, and we did exactly the same, but that exact up at Dingwall too. And people, and I make all these catalogues up, but and people know that I make the effort. And,
Yes.
and
Oh,
they,
yeah, there's no
they
doubt
know
about
that because I made the effort, they'll find sheep to suit them, and that should reduce the
The one
Yeah.
thing
Correct.
that she's forgotten to do is to add in obsolescence.
yes, that's
There's
what
the man in the North East, who after the sale of the lambs, he had it out run for a supper. So we had a quick look on the tubs, and he'd 4 years worth of tubs still on the farm. So instead of buying 2 this year, he's bought 1.
That's
So with another guy from the island of Swansea, he says, my tub, I can't get tubs to last. I says, well, he's away home with 2 as a sample to see what happens. So,
But another chap, he sold his 3 share to his neighbour so that he could make room to buy one from me this year.
I like it.
And he got the price that he paid me, and he was 5 years old.
But those things are good for bringing new customers because it gives you an opening for some new people, and that's when do you get to say do you do the sale on farm?
Oh, we've discussed it over and over and again, and we always come out with the solution that it's not going to happen. We're not in the right position. You know, we have Logie Down beside us, they have 5 breeds, and they have built it up to quite enormous numbers. That works for them. But we don't have it, we've only 1 breed, we're not in the centre of Scotland. People have a long way to travel, and the advantage of selling at a place, well, I suppose Kelso as well, because there's so many different breeds there. But even at Dingwall, there's a lot of breeds, and some of the people, quite a number of the people we sell to do need more than 1 breed, and they can get it all on the same day.
But do you know where Fern Farm is?
yes, I know, but we know John very well indeed.
Yes.
And
It's not easy to
we
get
were
to.
there at the first 3 or 4 sales.
Aye.
We went especially to see what was going on.
It's not easy to get to.
No, but
And-
he's working it.
And it's
But
online.
he's got a few breeds too.
You say that, but it's online.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
It runs all day. You sit at that. You're buying those tips off of figures in a YouTube video, and you bid away to past your maximum, and then you've got all day to sit and stew on it, and you're like, I'll go another £100. And then the guy beats you again, and you're like, right, okay, I'll stew on it a bit longer. It's like, I like that top, good figures. You come back with another 100. Like, it's a good system.
It is tempting.
And he's remote.
Yes.
And
Most certainly.
I'd argue you probably get more money. Like, John got a fantastic trade this year, and I'd argue it's probably, I'm not saying more than I got in the market, but and some people, myself included, really like buying off one place without going through the market. You know, for health status for a start.
Yes.
I understand that entirely.
You know,
But we were shooting with David Leggett, who you know David Leggett? Up in here, UA.
right, okay,
He was one of the top guys selling Angus bulls.
Uh-huh.
He could winkle a £100 in a pocket that he didn't want to give him.
That's true too. That's true
Yeah,
too. You
yeah.
can't beat the
He said,
option for
look,
that.
He
Yeah.
says, you have a tremendous group of buyers that come to buy your sheep regularly, and he says it's a huge mistake to abandon it.
Yeah, he discouraged me.
And also,
There's pros and
also,
cons
we-
of both.
We enjoy
But
the
someone
crack. We
argued
enjoy
about-
the crack.
Someone
With
argued
Kelso.
the cracks good and the
Yeah.
buzz. There's no buzz on the online ones.
Exactly.
There's no buzz.
So, you know,
Yeah.
it depends on your.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. The other side of it would be that you'd have all those boys and more on the online looking for them, and you don't have to do them all online. Is the other thing, but that's for you to say.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yes, we've
discussing it.
Discuss it, that's a good
We've
one.
never closed down the option, but each time we've discussed it, we've come back to no, it's working away as it is.
Yeah, it happened how it's
Yeah,
going.
and it's a lot of work to hold it on farm. All the videos to do individually. You've to set up and have catering and welcome folk on the day, and
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work as well. So there is pros and cons.
Have you ever read it, Logie, at their sale?
But Logie Dunlop's, I work with Logie Dunlop tups and it's the same thing. Hardly need a tup this year because I've been buying for Logie Dunlop and they're all still there. You know, it's like the 3 Logies. I've actually got too many tups in my Cheviets because I've got slightly less Cheviets this year. They're all still there, all the ones I bought. The Frontera, the Logies. I mean, those boys have got nailed. You saw what they did at Kelso, like.
No.
But it's the same. Those grass-fed ones. I can't speak to the Kelso ones and stuff because I never bought a fed tup from. I'm sure they're very good. But those grass-fed kind of, I'm guessing it's a kind of smaller ones or whatever. They don't think for Kelso.
Yeah, ocean salad.
Aye, but they do a great job because they're not, in my opinion, because they're not pushing. That's what I like about them. And that would be your selling point as well.
Yeah, that's the problem, that we're sort of caught between 2 stools because we're doing one style of sheep and more the style of sheep at Kelso is the more fed sheep. So ours perhaps don't look quite the part, but those who have tried it know that they do work. So
yeah, and you could maybe argue that's where, you could also maybe argue that your style of sheep doesn't suit Kelso because a lot of buying at Kelso, not all of it, a lot of buying Kelso is done, pick a list of tups out. If you're there and see them sell, great. If you know, you know. A lot of folk pick them at the ring. They wait for something in their budget.
Yes.
Whereas your tups are the ones to pick in the ring because
You want to study them first.
and they're all the figures. You've all the figures.
Yeah.
You know, you're buying that tup on its not just what it looks like in that ring.
No, there's more than that.
On
yes.
its merits too.
You've got to do your homework.
I think I said in that video, your tups don't look as good to the eye as the folk that have been feeding them in a hopper all summer. Like, because they're massive.
They're massive.
Like you're in a pen with tups next to you, they're absolutely massive. So it's like, well, what are these all doing things? You know. So there is that real argument that was it the environment for me?
We do a bit of another saying, fit but not fat.
I saw it.
You like
I
that?
do.
Fit not fat. I saw it. I think it was the back of the video. S.A. Suffolk's fit not fat. Very, very good.
Yes.
But your Kelso thing is you've got the footfall and the folk and you build a brand and hopefully these things help as well. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, there's no question it helps.
good.
And
good.
as it happens, so they go that article about the performance CE recording
Yep.
in the Scottish Farmer the week before.
I've seen that and I think QMS maybe did a thing with
Yeah.
it.
The week
as well.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yes.
it. So great. Just
So
good
it's,
timing,
timing
What coincidence.
Fantastic.
Superb. Well, listen, guys, that's an hour and a half we've been on the go here. Absolutely fantastic to have you over. Is there anything else you want to add in about anything at the moment? Or
No, thank you very
no,
much.
we'll hear from you again next year when you're ready to
Thank you
sell.
very much for having me. And honestly, it's been such a buzz this year.
Brilliant.
It's really been brilliant. And so many people have been happy and to have dealt with us. And more people have heard. In fact, one of the starter packs that we've just delivered, the young man said, "Yes, I heard you on the podcast, and I made up my mind I just had to do something." So that was brilliant.
Brilliant to hear
Good
that.
night.
Super.
Everybody's a winner.
We're all winners here. Right, fantastic.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
guys.
much.
And we're back. Thanks to Jim for that. And again, sorry that we lost that. Like one of the greatest interviews we've ever had.
And you can't recreate that. Like, I just feel like the first time you record.
Yeah, and like it's a thick accent, It's,
I know this. Aye.
Oh, I do apologise. It's just it took it in my pocket across the yard somewhere, fell out. By the time I found it, it had been water damage. I explained it at the start.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But so thanks if you're still with us. Well done. If you're listening to audio, we've obviously just jumped over the audio bit of Jim and you're back listening to us here. Updates for the week. What's the next big events? What's happening?
Yorkshire show and Welsh show.
Yeah, they run into. There's like a day between them this year.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are struggling with it this year.
With-
Like saying they're not bothering with one or the other because
Yeah, like one thing for us, we're obviously going to the shows and earning a living.
yeah.
But like people that are taking the livestock, fair play to them.
Too long for them to be away from home. That's what they're saying. It's like basically a fortnight of being away.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's math. We're going to have to. So we're going to leave the trailer at a farm near the M6.
Aye, so Yorkshire's Tuesday to Friday
Yep.
and Wales is Monday to Thursday the following week.
Yeah. So the Friday night, I'm going to leave. We'll stop the trailer at Yorkshire. I'll leave it at a farm near the M6. Come home.
Yep.
That gives me Saturday at home. Then I'll probably need to leave about back at 9 on the Sunday.
Yeah, and head for Wales.
But we did think about going straight to Wales, but I just want to come home for a day.
It's a long time away.
It is a long time away. But then that's the big show's done, is it? Ploughing.
Yeah. Ploughing in September. But we've got a few in between. We've got Turriff, Black Isle, Granton.
Can't remember what else is in the list. We'll review that when we're not doing a podcast.
Yeah. Bit a few.
Anything else in your week? A lot of massaging?
Lot of massage. I'm catching up because obviously we were away at the Highland Show and stuff. I'm just getting caught up with clients with that. So
Hard work?
it's
Hard work because we had such a big week in the sheep game.
yes, aye. I could be doing with just going home to my bed, but
Aye.
no, it's been good. It's in that heat though. I had messaged my client. See that really hot day? I was like, "There's no way." Like, could you? I don't want MD to touch me. Never mind being massaged when you're that hot.
Plus your house is like a modern.
Aye, it's warm. It's not that modern, but I think because I'm upstairs,
Yeah.
it's the heat. It's great in the winter though. I hardly need to put on my heating.
Oh, you got a downstairs neighbour?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always wonder if you have a downstairs neighbour, like if they put their heating on.
Oh, 100%.
Aye.
That's what Bobby said, because mine's a converted house. Like, it used to just be one house.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Aye, so the heat
you are
should...
going to get, surely, some benefit.
Aye, well, it'll come up the stairs for his house. You just go down to the stairs to his, or they get rid of the stairs?
Rid of the stairs.
Are they? Are the stairs the close now?
Aye, mine that goes, like, out into the close.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. But that is, I always did think that. And always, whenever you went to, like, you used to go to high-rise flats when in the police, I used to always think, oh, this is a good way to do it because, like, you get the heat from all the other flats.
Yeah, aye, definitely.
But now I'm just wondering, actually, do you get heat? You must have your own thermostat in a flat.
Yeah.
A high-rise flat.
Yeah.
You do? Do you?
Aye, why wouldn't you?
Well, it seems terribly inefficient if you're in a 20-storey building and every single wee flat has a boiler.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Why not just have a massive heating system for the flats? But then how do you control each individual flat?
Because
There's probably an obvious answer to this.
each individual flat just has a thermostat. Not its own boiler, but it's got a thermostat. Oh, no, how does that...
Yeah, but thermostat sets
Yeah, I
up
hear
temperature.
you.
But then could you change it? Do you just turn the radiators down?
Is it just like storage heaters?
Possibly. Do you know, I was in flats for 12 years and I've never thought about the answer to that. It cannot be individual boilers.
No, it can't. You're
can't
right.
be.
You're right. It can't. I got to get a new boiler. Did I tell you that?
No.
So I didn't just for everybody. You should get your boiler service once a year.
Yeah.
Um,
You should actually, but I've not done it. I've only been here just over a year.
Dad felt terrible. He was like, when I didn't know about that, he said, I should have told you that. He took it fully on him.
Aye, it's on me. I know your limitations. I should have known.
Dad, you're gonna have to get boiler serviced every year. He was like, yeah. So did that. Turns out needed a new boiler. How much do you think installed? Obviously, I'm just in a flat, so it's not a massive boiler for everything. Removal of the last one, new one in.
Yeah, just the same pipes, no radiators changing.
Nope.
You're going to be 800 quid.
Oh, 1,700
Wow.
for a new boiler.
I'll pass. I don't know. I've never had a new
I
boiler.
was okay with that.
1,700?
Yeah. With labour.
I mean, I think about what everything costs on the farm. So, like, 1,700 is just like a small bill in this place.
Yeah. Aye.
That's okay. And you probably did you get a nice boiler? Honeywell or something?
It's all right. It's not like top of the range.
How did you pick it?
I just trusted the man that came round. I said, I don't want the cheap crap. Like that boiler was only 7 years old.
Your boiler? And why is it just because you didn't service it?
He said that added to the build-up of whatever was in it that was clogging it up. But he said that's a crap make a boiler.
I had a crap one. Is it Honeywell? Is that a boiler?
Don't know.
Maybe that's a wash machine or something. I'm doubting myself now, but
Sounds nice.
yeah, 1,700. Plus labour these days, like
I know. But I was thinking that about like shearing the other day. And I was like, see if that was in any other industry than farming. Imagine what you would get paid for shearing.
Yeah, I did a wee video just kind of winding folk up, going, it's it's £2 a sheep now. In a lot of the country, it is £2 a sheep, but I think here a lot of guys are still like 180 or thereabouts. So not quite the £2 a sheep yet for the country, but it's mental. Like,
Imagine.
yeah, it's mental.
Turning
how low
up with
pay.
the equipment, the guys, the stands.
Doing what is literally the hardest job in the UK.
Doing physically the
Like,
hardest job.
There's
no.
not a harder job in the UK.
And like, just think. And then when you think about like plumbers and electricians, and which I don't like, they're obviously really skilled as well. But it's like you just accept however much you have to pay.
Yeah, but I suppose it's slightly different. One big thing I think that holds us back, holds the price back of shearing a bit is, and this will change right enough. There's a bit of competition for sheep because there's less sheep all the time. So there still is it, but I think as less and less shearers come through, And especially if they're talking about stopping the New Zealand shearers next year.
Are they?
Yeah, they're talking about stopping the New Zealand shearers.
Why?
Well, shearing's one of the few things that they give a visa for, I think, now.
Right.
You know what it's like with Brexit and all
Yeah,
this stuff,
aye.
like travel. They don't really like foreign workers coming in, but they give a dispensation. Like they extended it another year just because we kicked it first. But their point is that we've had enough years. So their argument is that we should be training our own shearers.
Okay.
But the problem with that argument is, and to some degrees, yes, I can understand it. And I would also make the point that we managed fine during COVID.
Yeah, when nobody
Like,
was coming in. Aye.
Yeah, like we can manage fine.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I am all for the argument, and I'm all for having the Kiwi guys here and girls here. I think they add a lot to the culture of the shows and of the shearers. Like it's great for Scottish guys and
100%.
girls and English guys and girls to work with the Kiwis
Yep.
and the Aussies or whatever, the Falkland Islanders, whoever's coming over. Learn their way of things and the crack.
Might
and
encourage them to go over and
that
see
is-
that.
well,
You know,
we can go there.
yeah, that's what
So
I
why
mean.
why
like,
shouldn't they be able to
yeah.
come here? So no, I'm all for it. I mean, I would just make. I'm just making the point that during COVID we managed absolutely fine, and there's less and less sheep all the time. But one thing that holds us back, I think, with the pricing is the fact that we're mostly farmers
Yeah,
doing a job for farmers,
I know.
and we know
I know.
the margins are tight.
Yep. I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
It's like it blows my mind the difference between scanning and shearing prices. Like scanning's way overpriced. Like there's guys like they're pretty standard now to be 65 pence, but there's guys up 80 odd pence for scanning. Now you think 65 pence, right? A good scanner and a well lined up day will do 3,000 sheep a day, right? No bother if he's got a day well lined up, he
Yeah.
can do three. Most will do 1,500 to 2,000 a day.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's say for this matter, let's tweak it actually. Let's just say 2,000
Okay.
for a standard day, right? 65 pence. That's 1,300 quid for your day. Okay, sitting in your backside,
Yeah,
right? No breaking a sweat.
yeah.
A shearer, a good shearer, on a standard day will do 400 as a standard day. Let's say they're off the contract, they're getting 150. They're getting 600 quid. So a shearer's paid less than half what a scanner's paid.
Yes, that's mental. That's mental.
That's insane.
And the other thing, come back to it, shearing has to happen. That has to happen.
Oh, shearing's the most important
Do you know
job
what I
in
mean?
the
Like
farm.
scanning,
Scanning's a luxury.
whatever, exactly. Like shearing has to. That's mad.
Yeah.
That is mad.
Yeah. But nobody, folk will moan about the price of shearing, never bat an eye about
No,
scanning.
but scanning.
Weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
It's because I think it's the psychology of it. The shearing, people grudge it because the wool
they're
price isn't good.
expecting- They're still remembering 50 years ago.
Most of them don't remember it. See, that's what
Yeah,
used to pay
aye,
the
it's
rent.
all the stories,
See, unless you're
yeah.
alive during the Korean War, like
Yeah.
you don't remember that. So yes, it used to be better, but and it's coming decent again. I've not had my wool check for last
Whereas
year.
with
Yet.
scanning, there's no expectation.
No, with scanning, you feel like you're getting lambs.
Yeah, true.
Like scanning, like once the scanning's done, if it's, you're like,
Yeah. Oh,
oh, this
that
scanner man's
scan-
came and he's put
Yeah,
200%
you're
lambs
so
in my
right.
sheep.
Yeah.
You know, the lambs are already there. Whether
it's a
you scan them or not.
mentality thing,
It's
isn't it?
mentality.
Yeah.
Whereas shearing's a big, it's a hot day, it's a busy
Yeah.
day. It's a hassle organising the shearers.
And then you've got to get the wool sorted and
Oh, they're using lamb's guard in it. I mean, it is a really hard, stressful day. And then there's a negative feeling around wool.
yes, so much.
And whereas you actually boil it down, you're shearing, it's less than half the price of the scanning, and you get something back from it.
Exactly. And it has to happen.
And it has to happen.
Has to
It's the best
happen.
thing you can do for your sheep.
Exactly.
Bar maybe a fluke dose,
Yeah.
it is the best thing you can do for your sheep. Like, there's no question. If you had to give up one thing, or if you had to give up, I always say to folk, if you give up a scanning or a shearing, you're always giving up a scanning. You just can't
Yeah,
go
of
out the
course you
shearing.
are.
But yeah, some would argue. I mean, I don't disagree. It's certainly easier to become a shearer. It's not easier to learn shearing. It's easier to become a shearer because you can buy a handpiece and you can work away on a
Yeah.
third stand. Scanning is very difficult to get into. But there is more and more about. But I just always think,
Yeah, that's mad.
yeah,
That's
scanning's a luxury, shearing's a necessity.
Yeah.
Shearing, you get a return for the wool. Like now, the type of sheep we run, we're going over £1 a kilo for the wool. Like it's going to make a great turn out the wool.
yeah. Yep.
And like, you don't have to like pay for a shearer. You could shear your
Do
own
it
sheep.
yourself.
You can't scan your own sheep.
Yeah. Yep, it's true. It's true.
Maybe that's why it's cheaper too, right enough.
Dad's done all his twins. He's just got the singles left.
Yeah, no, absolute machine.
Isn't he?
I use your dad as an example. 69, is he?
Yep.
So John Murray, who's been on the podcast, Iona's dad, 69 years old, and I use him as whenever folk will comment saying, I'll do wee like wind up posts on Facebook going like, oh, unbelievable, like wool, like, you know, you shear the sheep and here's how much I got for my wool. I've not had my check this year yet, actually. So I need to, when that comes out, I'll do another one just to wind them up. Spot's barking in the background in case you can hear because Fern's in heat. He's upset because he's tied up. Yeah, he's wanting at her. He never usually barks as well, it's annoying. But sorry, so whenever I do, I like wind up things saying such and such, folks say, that's okay for you, you shear your own sheep. I'm like, but like you could too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you choose like to pay for somebody to do it. But like, and I use your dad, I say like, you know, John Murray's 69-year-old, he'll have the strongest blackies, as strong as MD, certainly stronger than the boy next door. We joke for Alan. But yeah, really strong blackies. And he works away there like an absolute soldier.
I know.
Killing himself in the process.
But he loves it.
We've all got to go some way. Shearing the sheep.
Yeah.
So like 69-year-old, if you can do it with the wild blackies.
Exactly. What's stopping you?
Exactly. So your dad will make a good turn at the shearing as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Get his will check in Andy Woodburn. Is that Andy? Did you take it to Andy?
take it to Andy, yeah.
Woodburn. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. But yeah, so there, that's a wee rant about shearing and scanning.
I feel like we've not just had a chat about stuff like that for a wee while.
No, it was good. I know it's good just to actually blather about random tangents. What else? Makes up for the fact we've not got an interview for the audio people.
I know. Right,
Aye.
let's really grasping at straws here.
Yeah, no.
It's my birthday soon.
I thought it's your birthday today.
No, a few weeks. It's a few weeks.
A few weeks. It sounds like September.
No, 24th of July.
24th of July. Well, there you go. You've announced it now. People will remember that. It's a big birthday, isn't it?
Yes, 30.
30. Yeah, I just realised that means your dad was nearly 40 when he had you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But mind again, because I'm so much younger than.
Ah, a mistake.
the
I
rest.
know. I've said that a million times. But a great mistake. Can I just say, great mistake. I'm sure he's delighted he made such an error. So yeah, you're going to be. But your dad's 70 this year.
He's next year.
Ah, okay. So he was 39.
Yeah. So David, my brother, was 40 this year, and I'm 30. And then Dad's 70 next year, and Katie's 40, my other sister.
Oh yeah, it's a big gap.
A lot of big, yeah.
Katie's 40.
Katie's 40, David's 40. Well, Katie will be 40 next year. David's 40 the now.
A year between them. Yeah. Okay. And right. Okay. So what are you doing for your 30th?
I am. So we're going to have a barbecue at the farm.
Okay.
And then my mum and I, we're going, it's very fancy, we're going to Gleneagles for a spa day.
That's nice.
And then...
I like it when your mum gets herself a present she wants. It's like, oh, hang on, I'll take you for a spa at Gleneagles. I'll treat you just for you. I'll suffer it. That was good, that, innit?
I know, it's worth a treat. And then Drive and Dad and my sisters are going to come up, and maybe my brother, I'm not sure yet, and we're going to go out for dinner.
I'd come up to the farm, to yours, to Chris
No,
Flat.
somewhere up there.
Oh,
somewhere
they're
up.
gonna
So they're
come to
going to come
Gleneagles?
up, and then...
Oh, what do you mean you don't know where? Surely you just go to Gleneagles.
Well, no, because it's the...
Because your dad's paying the bill.
It's
Wait,
the
it's before
Scottish Open.
It's before the top sales.
So you know the original plan was we were going to... Mum was going to... Or we were going to stay at Gleneagles, just Strife and I. £2,200 for a night.
Yeah.
No, it had to be 2-night minimum. But then, as we've found out, it's the Scottish Open at Gleneagles.
So
whenever...
Could you even book it then? It'd be fully booked, surely. Surely it'd be all
I
Americans.
never even looked into it, and we can't get in. Mum did try the restaurant, but we couldn't get into it
Is that
because
that'd be
everywhere's
great.
booked out.
Hey, give me 1 second. I'm just going to give Spot a wee whistle. Hang on. So, yeah, so the Gleneagles thing. So that was fully booked. Amazing, the restaurant's just totally rammed as well.
But I
eh?
think they've maybe just blocked it out. Like, I don't even know if they'll have bookings, because this was a while ago. Mum
just go for
tried.
guests?
I think they've just.
It'll just be the guests.
But they,
the golfers will stay there.
yeah, but we could get into the clubhouse, which is like where I think it's more casual. So I think we're maybe going there, but I don't know the exact plans.
And what, they just get to drive up and drive home after dinner?
Yeah, I think so.
How far is it?
Not that, like an hour and a bit.
Okay,
It's
not
not
too
that
bad.
far.
Yeah, okay.
Look, my sisters want to get back to the kids and stuff anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Comments,
That'd be quite nice, but it's a shame you don't get to go Gleneagles.
I know.
I mean, delighted for your dad,
And I'm really pleased for him.
because it would be
It's a
very-
relief for him.
a bit expensive.
Yeah, I know. But I think I wouldn't feel comfortable with that amount of money. Do you know what I mean?
What, your dad footing the bill?
Aye, for that. I said,
I
like,
just think as well, like, can I take it with him? Do you know what I mean?
aye, I know what you're saying.
Like, I think there's a tipping point between, like, when, like, you know, you maybe worry, oh, it's a lot of money, and then your dad's at a stage in his life where he's probably just like, ugh,
Go for
got to
it.
spend it.
Yeah.
Innit? It's a
Yeah,
bit-
maybe.
Do you know, I think, not that, I mean, your dad's only 69, can I just say, and very
Yeah,
fit
yeah.
man, he's sharing his own sheep, so it's not like he's at the,
No,
the
no,
end
I
of the
know,
line. But, you know, there's a somebody, was it a podcast, or what was it again, I listening to, definitely something I was listening to, and they're talking about, again, this is not what I'm talking about with your dad, obviously,
Yep.
but they're talking about people in, like, care homes and stuff like that, and what was I was listening to? I can't remember. They basically make the point that nobody talks about the things they have,
Yeah.
or
100%.
the money they've got, or the X, Y, and Z. All they talk about is the things they've done
Yeah.
and the experiences.
Yeah.
And that's where I think a lot of young people are swapping £60 t-shirts and £200 pair of trousers
Yep.
for experiences.
Yeah. Going and doing something.
Yeah, going to Zach Bryan or
Yep.
these music things or
And doing things.
Bella Houston Park or whatever. I don't even know what festivals you get anymore in Scotland, but do we even have any in Scotland?
Transmit.
Is Transmit Scottish?
Yeah, it's Glasgow.
Oh, Glasgow Green?
It took
Yeah.
over Tina Park.
Yeah, it sounds
Not
hellish.
really a
Glasgow Green sounds
festival, though.
hellish, yeah.
It's all right.
What's Belladrum? Is that
Is that not the
Scottish?
cycling thing?
I feel like Belladrum's a music
Is
festival.
it? I
Ella
feel
Butte-
like Paul.
Ella
I
Butte
feel
have
like
one.
Paul has talked about that before.
Yeah, Paula, who works in the office, likes music.
She does. She does. No, Paula loves music.
She does like
So many gigs.
a gig every week or something.
She's always on getting tickets and that.
And what about it's like Butte Fest?
Yeah, that's right. Tyree Music Festival.
Tyree Music Festival. Things like that. Good experiences to go and do.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And you make memories and all that. The World Cup, Tartan Army.
Yeah, my brother went.
Did he?
Yep.
Scotland's out. Depressing. I don't, you know, that's another thing. We're not going too much football chat, but I actually don't agree with Steve Clark leaving.
Why?
Like, I just don't get the fans that are so negative about him. Like, when you boil it down, right, he's got us to the first World Cup in 28 years. Albeit it was a bit of an extended format, but we did have an unbelievable qualifying. We did great in qualifying. Got us to €2 as well, albeit we were absolutely gash at the €2. Embarrassed to say it, we got a 0-0 draw with England. I think that was the best result of the whole thing. But we beat a decent Haiti team, which we had to do. We then lost. There was a wee slip up at the start of the Morocco game. Lost 1-0. Actually, the majority of the game, I think we're the better team.
Yep.
I had some chances. Dubious about whether it should be a penalty or not. I think yes, still. But anyway, it is what it is. So we were close there. We then lose 3-0 to Brazil. 2 of them were absolute howlers from the defenders to give them a goal. One, fair enough, was a good goal from open play. What can the manager... Like, I don't think it matters who they bring in.
No. But did he not leave off his own back?
He did,
Aye.
but because there's so much negativity from the fans, it's like, and we're forgetting we're Scotland. Like, the buzz for us is getting there.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, and we didn't embarrass ourselves. Like 3-0 to Brazil, 1-0 to Morocco. We have we're the only team. I think Scotland's in the only group where there's 2 top 10 teams in the same group.
Oh,
So Morocco's like 7th and Brazil like 6th in the
Right,
world.
okay. Right,
So
okay.
2 top 7 teams
Yeah.
in the world in the same
And they
group.
were- yeah.
And we lost 1-0 and 3-0 to them.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not a disaster.
No, it's not.
And interestingly, even if we'd beat Haiti 4-0, right? Because goal difference was a factor. Even if we beat Haiti 4-0 and lost 1-0 to Brazil and Morocco, we still wouldn't have went through.
Really?
Yeah, we still wouldn't have went through.
Yeah, there you go.
It still wouldn't have been
Yeah.
enough. Because it all went all wrong with the third place placings. We thought 1-1 would be enough. It all went to pot and we had no chance. I just don't think it's... I think we're going to regret. I think the fans that are all happy about it are going to regret it. Because I think we're going to bring in... I talked about Ange Postecoglou, who's a Celtic manager. That's just very brief football chat. I'm just really talking to myself. I talked about Ange Postecoglou, who
I can.
yeah, I don't think is suited to a team like Scotland. John McGlynn, who's at Falkirk, is a potential, could be really good. If like Derek McInnes was still at Hearts, and I said, right, fair enough, swap to Derek McInnes, I like that. But he's just went to Rangers.
Okay.
He'd be the replacement that would absolutely get the job. It's not going to happen now. I think we're going to want Steve Clark back. Bit interesting, there's another one for the comments. People listening in their tractors or whatever or at work will be like, no, Cammy, you're wrong. I just think getting there is the buzz.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you never know, there's always a chance, but
Yep.
getting there's the buzz. If folks say about playing more attacking football, he tries to play more attacking football and we get pumped 5-0.
Yeah.
Then you say it's a disgrace, his tactics are
Can't
wrong.
win. Can't win.
No, because we're Scottish. That's part of the problem, Iona. You've summed it up. Okay, so that's your birthday celebrations. Talking about doing experiences. You're going to be 30, almost over the hill.
No, I'm not. I'm in my prime.
30 was a bad one for me. It probably is for your women. For women, it's probably alright. 30 was a bad one for me. It just
Why?
I went from being able to like do night shift and like work all day and be an absolute machine to like I couldn't do night shifts anymore.
Yeah.
I left the police when I was 30.
Did you?
Yep. Was I? Yeah. I was 30 when I left the police. It was just killing me, like doing the night shifts. I mean, look at the state of you today.
I've still not caught up since last week.
Yeah,
in
the Highland.
Aye,
Yeah, it was a
I'm
big
not.
stint. Right, better wrap it up. There's other work to do. I've got lambs to go to market this morning, and then these heifers to go and get in.
Okay.
That's all life events covered. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in your life that I know
Think so.
about that hasn't been mentioned. You know, I think that's it. Okay, right. Thanks. We managed to get a wee waffle out of that. We will be back with an interview next week. We've got 2 interviews lined up for this week, so we'll have some out. We're back on track.
Yep.
See you at the Yorkshire and the Welsh. I've been Cammy,
I've been Iona.
and we're all
Fed by farmers.